wish this little panel on the side you could just get that to move away.
Oh yeah, is it over? Is it over your face?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, we're not out yet. Let's see when it starts. Oh, here we go.
Oh, hey, Chips.
Oh, hey, she stayed up for us. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Beans. Hey, I follow you. Kimmy, Kenzie.
You say hi to everybody.
Yeah. You want me to do the saying hello job? Hey, Jessica.
What do you call it? Getting a hello job?
Yeah, it's a hello. It's a job of. Yeah, that didn't sound right. Hey, Linda. It's kind of a. We're gonna talk about stuff. It's a real show, but we were trying to work the bugs out, and we haven't done this public yet. Hey, Tori. Nice to see you.
Oh, Chips is in bed with headphones on. You wanna whisper her to sleep?
Yeah, to soothing voices. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Andrea. Is it Andrea or Andrea? Have you ever met her in person?
No, I haven't actually. I always call her Andrea. I'm assuming that's right, but let us know. Hey, Jen Mez.
Andrea, is it Andrea or Andrea or Andrea?
Hey, Mama One. Hey, Val.
Hey, Mama One.
I
I
got
only
it
say
right.
hi to people that say hi directly to me. Otherwise, I don't think they want to talk to me. Hey, Warren.
Hey, Warren.
Jessica H. All in all, I think your new name conjures all kinds of pics in my head.
Hmm.
Go on.
Hey,
Hey,
Aaron.
Aaron. You get away from Aaron. That's my friend in real life.
I know. She knew you first.
Hey, Val. All right. Are all the hellos? Are you done with the hellos?
Yeah, I think we got our hellos, so we'll see. We got 27 people, so that's good. It's better than my first live when I did slots for the first time.
Well, the spotlight's on you. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I guess we kind of I really have an agenda. We just figured we'll I know a lot of you have been in the members live before where we just talked about casinos and slots and stuff, but I've always just kind of I don't know if anyone has any little topics they want to bring up, or we were just going to talk about you talk about your recent casino trip. I can talk about mine.
Your recent casino trip, you drove from the casino to home.
Yeah,
That's how long your recent casino trip
I
was.
forgot about. I don't count that as a trip when I just go down the street though.
No?
No,
It's going to be 7 hours in the car with Hammy for to talk about a trip.
That's a casino trip. Yeah.
Can I tell you what's happening with SD Guy? What do you mean? Is there something happening with SD Guy?
We could talk about Reno.
What do you want to talk about Reno?
We just talk about Jessica just brought up. Yeah, plan for Reno in July is pretty similar to what's been we've done in the past. We've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday night from 8 to 10, we'll do the meet at the bar over near the Tuscany Tower. They give us like a private area, and they have like food out.
Is that exclusive just to influencers, or anyone can come?
No, it's anyone. So yeah, so if you're so like you, Jessica, you go, you're not a channel, but you're at the event. So everyone is welcome that is going, and then usually what we do is all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, we do our live streams for all the influencers. And then we'll probably do something at the end. The first couple of years we did a group poll, but I'm not a huge fan of group polls anymore. So I thought it was fun. We did the Buffalo Gold Challenge last year, and that way anyone that wants to participate can. So even if you're not a slot channel, you can be part of it. So I'm thinking we'll do something like that. May have to do some of the lives on Tuesday this year, just because we've got a lot of people already planning on going, and I haven't even fully reached out to everybody. So I may go myself to kick it off on Tuesday, maybe have a couple channels go Tuesday, and then the main stuff's Wednesday and Thursday. So, hey, little chunky, you want to go, Kenzie? You can go.
I follow you. I follow you like the Buffalo Challenge.
Yeah, you like that Buffalo Challenge? It's chaotic, but I think everyone likes participating in it, except for maybe Beans. I don't know if it's her favorite, but I think everyone else is good with it.
Yeah, she's got ADHD.
Yeah, it's not a big
She
enough bet.
doesn't- Yeah.
She's gonna
I
have her
was
own Dragon Link challenge in a different room.
I was trying to. Um, I think. Um, I was playing something and I thought, man, this would be a really good group pull machine where there was a bunch of interactions. And I don't think I don't think it was Buffalo Inferno, but I think that game at Potawatomi. Um, if anybody in the chat is local to Potawatomi, Buffalo Inferno they have in the Highland Room, I've had great success on. It's been a fantastic machine.
Yeah, you've done really well on that thing. Hey, Guadalupe, and hey,
Andrea
Becca.
says, Slaughter, what was that when you barely got to play moving the camera to all the bonuses, Slaughter? Oh,
Yeah,
for the Buffalo Challenge. Hey,
yeah,
Luke.
yeah. The one at Peppermill got chaotic. That was the cinnamon night, but it was like constantly me filming everybody as soon as they got a bonus, and there was always a bonus going on, and um, but
Hey,
it
little
was
chunky.
fun. And then we did it again at the M around Christmas. We did a little different version of it where Bama Jana gave everyone a little bow for every head they collected. But then that got a little chaotic, too chaotic, because then it was every head you collected, you got a bow, and then everyone had like a whole bunch. So maybe we'll go back to the old.
Sam Bed. Arnie, can you help us to find where SD went? I mean, he's around. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes he goes live a ton. Sometimes he doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it happens. Sometimes I feel like going live a lot. Sometimes I don't want to crawl out from under a rock.
Nice, Loop. I still love that game. The game is amazing. So I guess we can rewind a little bit. The Slaughter and I did these like podcast things on his private, on his members only. Did a couple of them. People seemed to be into them. So we decided just to start a different channel and just have it completely separate from his stuff. And then in the future, we'll see where it goes. I mean, if people watch it and people like it, that's how you start doing more and more work with it. You know, we may have guests on the future. We'll probably be a little bit more professional and maybe have some software. We had a little trouble since the channel's new going live together and trying to operate it from a laptop. So that's why we're both on our phones.
Yeah,
And I have some soft lighting.
yeah. But yeah,
My
we'll get away and we'll like I said, we'll have a different guest on.
my beard looks super thick.
Yeah, it's the
I don't
lighting.
know. Is it?
I think so. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Ileana. Hey, Donnell.
Hey, Donnell.
Jeff, sorry to hear about your dog. Saw that.
Oh no, let's pump the brakes. I think
Yeah,
we should have learned something last time about talking about dogs on the stream.
that's a good idea. Yeah, no dog talk. I won't talk about dogs or escalators ever again.
Hey, Liliana. Hey, Mama Three Pearls. Um, yeah, Jeff, I'm sorry about whatever happened to your dog, but that sucks. Do guests have to be in the dark too?
Yeah.
If they look like you, beads, yes.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Hey, Mama Three Pearls.
you don't know if you're uncomfortable with this side of me. I don't think I look professional. I'm a Alexa. If you don't know me, I'm a mean person. How I operate.
Oh yeah, there's Lexi.
Yeah, it's mood lighting. I just got a little salt lamp.
Yeah, it's late at
It,
night.
it, it puts positive ions into the air for my mental well being. So So the topic, we just wanted to get our first slot cast thing kind of started here, and then we'll see where it goes. We're,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to figure out like you know, it's not a lava lamp, it's a salt lamp.
Lava. That would be funny if you had a lava lamp.
It's a salt lamp. It's salty. It is salty.
You licked it.
Positive ions in the air. Just rub them on your face to feel better. They're heavy. Yeah, I know, Mama Three Pearls. That's what I was making fun of. My ex-wife had them everywhere. You have the same salt lamp? We're in sync. That's why we're so positive. Oh, Himalayan.
Uh,
Isn't Himalayan salt pink?
those
Is
are
it the
like, I
pink
think,
salt?
the really good salt lamps.
Are pink ones?
Yeah, I think so. They were, because I remember in like the malls, there would be like a Himalayan salt lamp store. Like they sold
Hmm.
enough of them to make a whole store out of it.
Pink ones.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ever been to a salt cave? No, but I've been to the Cave of the Mounds. They don't have to be pink?
Oh.
Hmm. Anyways, you're talking about the slaughter soiree. Are you still sticking with the slaughter soiree?
Yeah,
Is this
I
the
like the
third
name.
or fourth annual
Yeah,
event?
I guess third where it's officially sponsored by the casino. We had one the year before where it was just a 1 day thing, and it wasn't like we didn't involve Peppermill or any of them as far as with it. We just kind of did it. But yeah, third official one, second year being that name, and like I said, it's the responses of people going is overwhelming. Just people
Wait,
reaching out.
wait. Are you gonna have to turn some people down?
Maybe.
You are?
Well, I
Just make
the thing, I don't want to give people less than an hour live if they're a channel going. I
okay.
just think 30 minutes is too short. You by the time you get rolling and get pushed out, like you're ending already. So, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to make people go at. I mean, I guess I can add someone on and say, well, sorry, you have to go at 10 a.m. Or whatever if you want to be part of it. But I usually try to schedule them from like noon to. Well, I think last year we didn't start till like 2, but I'll have to just once I make the schedule, I'll probably have to start at 10 or noon, maybe noon to 10 p.m. I'll give PD a late spot because I know he likes to go for 6 hours until 6 a.m. But
Oh, you're playing favorites already.
well, no, but we
Sounds like you are.
bigger
Sounds like
channels, bigger channels get a little more.
Oh, they do.
Hmm.
What privileges do you get as a bigger channel?
You get better spots.
Okay, I have less than 5,000 subs. Where do I? Am I like 10 a.m.? Is that
No,
when
you
I'm
help
going?
you helped me with the event last year, so you're part of the board of directors.
Are you going to put a disclaimer that no, but like the schedules are final? That's it.
Yes, once they're out, they're out.
Can we talk about PD's math skills? That was ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Oh, he was just he put money. He basically put money in. He put 500 in, and instead of saying like because Mel didn't have cash on him, instead of saying okay, you owe me 250 because I'm putting this 500 in, they played, and then they lost, and then PD's like you owe me 500, and then the chat was like, I can't believe how many different like answers people put in the chat. It was wild.
Oh, that's funny. No,
I super chatted and I said, if train A leaves station at the same time as train B, how much does Mel owe? Any group pull this year? I mean, maybe I'm not opposed to a group pull. I know that you were, whatever about it. I think that if you have somebody, let's say it was yours, you're going to organize it, you need somebody to help you facilitate that. Like,
yeah,
if I was there, it'd be like, okay, you get people's players' cards so I know who's in, you collect the money, and then I'm going to do the other portion of it.
yeah.
Hey, Maria.
Hey, Maria. I mean, I'm not. If someone wants to do it, I'm okay with that. I have
Yeah,
no,
what machine would you pick? Top of the head, top of the dome, go. What are you
uh,
picking?
I
Pick a
see. I hate.
machine. Pick a machine.
Last time I
Pick
did one was
something.
Firelink.
That's what you that's what you do with it. They just have like Supernova there, right?
Well, this was we there was on the I think on the dollar denom there was a really high minor or major or something like that. So I just was at the time, and again we didn't do one last year. This was 2 years ago. A lot of people like Firelink. We played the regular. We didn't play high limit room. We played regular on the main floor.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna ask you questions about your group polls so we have like a standard, whatever. Would you limit the amount of participants?
I think the more money you get for them, the better because you can do bigger
Okay,
bets.
let's back it up then. What is the rule for stopping? Are you doing a set amount of spins at a set amount at a certain bet? Are you bonus or bust? Are you double or nothing?
I've done the ones I've done in the past was double or nothing.
I'm just asking what you would do. Double or nothing?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, who's responsible for the taxes? Are you taking the taxes out?
The one I did, I said, well, I would, yeah, we'll play on my card, and I will take any hand paid taxes on it.
What do you mean that you'll be responsible for them, or are you going to
Mhm.
take taxes out?
Well, I would I said if we got the mega, I would take taxes out, like if we went over 10K or whatever. But anything else, I would just take the tax form in my name.
Okay, what's the buy-in?
Um, what did we do? I think we did 100 apiece, and there were maybe 12 of us at the
Too
time.
low. Too low.
But again, this was our group we had 2 years ago. I and see all the thinking, planning all this makes my head hurt, so it already makes me not want to do a group poll.
Hmm. If you had to pick a machine, it would be Firelink again.
I don't even know. I just to me group
I
polls are
think
not. I like group polls as much as I like Dragon Link.
really
Yeah, I just
that bad.
I've never had a winning group poll, and they always end up being really fun. And this is just my personal opinion, and plenty of people will probably disagree, but I've done these group polls. They sound like a fun idea. Everyone's all excited. We all go, around the machine, and they end up going. Um, no, we've never won anything, and after a while, everyone loses interest. Like all of a sudden, everyone's around the machine, all excited for the first like 20 minutes, and every near miss, everybody's like, "Whoa!" Like we almost got the bonus. And then after a while, people are wandering off playing machines. Like people disappear.
I would never
So
do Dragon Link
yeah,
ever for a group poll.
yeah. So I don't know. It just hasn't been. Now we did, and we've done other ones. We did one at Resorts World years ago where everyone bought in. You took turns, like you waited in line. They had your name. They called you up, said, "Okay, you're going to do four $25 bets." You put your own card in. I don't know how we handled the taxes. We didn't end up hand paying anyway, um, but they would show they had it live, and then the next person, okay, big slaughter, here's your four spins. Okay, next person, here's your four spins. Like that's how they did them.
No thank you. I think I would do Bomberman. I think that would be really fun and a big bet because it can bonus so frequently and I it can hand pay, but I think there's a lot of like just decent sized bonuses in it. Or Mega Buffalo Mega Power, the High Limit Room. I think I would play that as a group poll. But there was some machine I was playing where there would be like a ton of interaction with at a group poll. I can't remember what it was. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But
I
as
mean,
for now, you're not overly interested in doing a group poll.
no. Now I like now Bean's idea with the meter chase. That would be kind of fun. The only thing with that is, what if you don't get the meter and everyone goes broke, and then how do you manage that?
So everybody, I'm gonna play it now.
Yeah. Who else wants to buy in for round two?
Well, in I guess if you found a meter, you know what I mean. Like that's
Right. There's no guarantee we're going to find one, but
well, I'm saying like you can't plan around that. You have to
right.
find one and then say, let's do this.
Yeah.
Um, the Mega Mike table slots. Hey, everyone's Richard. Yeah, we got it. We've heard. It's whatever.
I know.
People are so weird. So, what's your next trip that you're planning?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't have one on the books yet. So,
But
um,
fire away, Maria. That's why we're here.
yeah, exactly. Any questions you have, we'll get us talking on stuff. So, Maria, fire away. Oh, it's warm here, Pearls. It's probably about 85 right now.
We had a record high today. I think it was like 78 or 79. It's still pretty warm out, and there was nothing but lightning outside. It was crazy. Your real name isn't Beans, in case anyone didn't know. Okay. Maria, why am I not at 5K? I don't know. Who cares? It's fine.
You're so close.
Oh, I didn't answer your question, Jessica. Sorry for not answering every one of your questions, Jessica. What is the reason to play Bomberman? I think it's a game that bonuses pretty frequently, and that obviously not all the time or whatever, but I just think it's a fun game. Like, um, you get on some of these really high volatile games, and then you want to do a group pull on them because there's so much potential, and then nothing happens, and it's just like this is boring and stupid. Yeah, I would rather play something on a high bet that bonuses frequently to, it's the group pulls aren't about trying to make $200. It's about, having fun with a bunch of people on a very limited, buy-in.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's going for that something that you couldn't get by yourself. Like you're not comfortable betting $25 a spin and getting a high limit major or whatever. But your Bomberman, I would agree with you. It does bonus frequently. They're not always great, but the excitement of a bonus on $25 a $25 bet.
Well, and the bonus isn't just like a hold and spin where it's like we're just looking for a ball. That bonus has like different features that can get you excited about it and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. I like games with multiple. I like games that have more than one bonus in it, like more than one of the same bonus.
Waiting for that 5K to see that slot bonus you've alluded to. Linda, the reality is I have more than one insane bonus coming up. I just yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out how to edit some of these videos because they're over 3 minutes, but yeah, there's some bangers coming. Some bangers.
Yeah. Hey, Tomko's wife, and say hi yet. And more
I didn't see
questions.
Tom. Hey, Tom Co's wife. Hey, Robert
Hey,
Judzinski.
hey, Robert Jasinski.
Linda says, "Bring it." Yeah, here's the thing is like I have filmed a bunch of bonuses. I wish that I was good enough editing and put enough time in where I could explain like this is what happened this night, like chronologically. This is what happened. This is what happened. I've got 4 or 5 videos of the same machine that will end with like a really big bonus, and I've just got to figure out. It doesn't. It who cares? Everybody in the chat that like watches my shorts that I've been uploading, I've just been trying to upload one every day. I've got quite a few queued up. Um, if you comment, you watch, all that stuff really does help. So I really do appreciate everyone commenting on those videos and watching them.
Yeah, you're getting some good views. Or
What happened
Tomko
to
slot,
Casino
sorry.
Roulette? He's fine. Everybody's fine. He's fine. Everybody gets too worried about SD, or
There
maybe he's
were
dead. I don't know. I haven't
there were
talked to him.
I was gonna say the word he's dead again. So
Yeah.
hey Denise.
Thanks,
Hey Denise.
Jennifer. I appreciate that.
And Denise, we usually go to Reno. We were just talking earlier about the Reno event, kind of the same thing as last year, but just more people this year.
Are you going to do anything different for this event this year?
I don't think so. I think it went well. I mean, I don't think there was really much to change. I think my only thing was I hope more people show up the first day. Last year, for some reason, like almost half the people either got, and I know it's hard to get to Reno with flights, but I know it seemed like a lot of people didn't get in till like midnight on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. And so when we had like the group event, it was very, I wouldn't say it was, they had it set up for a much bigger group, and we had like half the people show up than that first night. So I hope more people can. I understand with like schedules and stuff, but I just hope more people can make it there for day one.
Yeah, maybe you should, when you're going live here over the next however many weeks, just put the slaughter sorry as a pinned comment with the dates and stuff and how to contact you if you're interested in
Yeah,
going.
I need to make a post. I need to actually. I need to get with the Peppermill team about the discount code for new people and stuff, and send an email out and all those things. So I just haven't. I haven't really. And we got time. We're okay. I mean, we have the date and everything. We're fine. But I just haven't done all the stuff yet that I need to do. But
Is there going to be a cap on the amount of influencers that you're going to let
yeah, I
come to the
mean, I'm
events?
pretty close to capping it just because of like I was saying, we can only fit so many people in a day, or if I do decide to add someone, I might have to just say, well, I might not get, you're not going to get a prime spot. Like you might have to go at 11 a.m. or something like that. But um,
Are you going to put a disclaimer that the schedules are final?
yes, yeah. And I just was saying that, but most people are pretty good. But yeah,
And would
it's
you say that was a Wednesday to Friday or Tuesday to Thursday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like we usually do.
So
So
are they having anything on that weekend after your event that maybe people want to stick around for or anything?
so they don't have the calendar out yet, or the offers even out yet for July. So there's nothing official to say if they, when they do like the multiplier or something. So
Liliana says, "Have you played the slot that Beer Belly put up a short yesterday or short today or yesterday with a multiplier and extra games?" Sorry, I don't mold. I don't remember the name.
no, I can look actually though.
I saw that he had one of Temple Falls on the bonus game. Are you talking about one of them with the Golden Gorillas, Liliana?
Oh yeah, I see looks like his latest shorts were, he had a few stack up too, and then it looks like there's a Temple Falls bonus.
She said no to the Golden Gorillas.
Buffalo Cash Collect. You want a spot, Jeff? We can get you.
No Temple Falls. Said no to Temple Falls.
No, I'm just looking at his on my iPad. I'm
Lily,
looking at his
Liliana, do
channel.
you want to look? Do you want to look at the video and that tells what the title is?
Yeah, besides Temple Falls, the last three shorts were the new stack up. If I do latest.
Yes, Dad. It's pronounced Daddy.
Oh, new stack up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have not played it. You've played it, but
No, I didn't.
oh, you didn't? Oh, because they took him out already.
Yeah, I stopped at Green at Oneida and saw they had them, but the plays were just so outlandishly out there. I was like, I'm not playing it. Then I went there again and they were gone already.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not been to a casino that has him yet. I'd like to play it. I've seen his I mean, I've seen him do really, really well on stuff that maybe wasn't quite a play, or like get a chase something and get another bonus in the bonus and stuff. So it looks interesting. I saw it at G2E, and I did it on demo mode, of course, but that's different than trying it. So uh,
Beans wants to coordinate your group dinner.
oh yeah, we got to
Because
figure out who's what time we do the group dinner, who's invited, who's not invited. No, I'm just kidding. No, no long group dinners. I just have to eat a slice of pizza while everyone's doing the Buffalo Challenge.
Are you thinking you're going to do the Buffalo Challenge again?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was very well received by. I mean, there's always going to be someone that doesn't want to do it, but and that's fine. But I think just in general, just to incorporate everybody, if you have a channel, here's, Lexa slots on Buffalo right now, and here's her bonus. And if you don't have a channel, here's Kathy Southwell playing. You know what I mean? Like it lets everyone get a little piece of the action and get to be on the live stream. I'm a three pulse. Yeah, they do a good job, Alexa, with the food they give us. We always have more than we need. Pizza sucks.
What is charcuterie?
I think charcuterie is what you tried to say, right?
Oh, is that how it's spelled? I don't think
No,
it's spelled like that.
no. I don't know if that was a typo or if she's tried to make a little joke out of it. A
Much
charcuterie.
more interested in the charcuterie,
Yeah,
the charcuterie.
yeah. The charcuterie board.
Bean says pizza at the slots is very sanitary. I've seen Beans eat barbecue ribs at a slot machine before.
Oh, it was a typo. I'm gonna call it that from now on.
Charcuterie?
Yeah,
Well, it must have autocorrect because she must put charcuterie in her phone quite a bit.
charcuterie.
You don't eat ribs at the time? You did, I saw. Instead of spelling me, not me. I am bad at spelling.
I don't know. I used to be good. I was good at the spelling bee when I was a kid, but now when people ask me how to spell things, I have to look them up. I don't.
Because you're old or what?
Yeah, probably. I have to try to remember too much slot machine stuff. I don't have any more room.
Beans eats Cheetos with her toes.
I remember that. Well, sort of.
Uh, Beans can get her foot up to her mouth.
Like those people have. Never mind.
You love the spelling test at school, you nerd. Not me. You don't like any testing. So, how are people going to get in contact with you if they want to go to this event?
Okay, so yeah, most of you, I think
Let me
anyone
camera off
here
here for a second.
has, but yeah, you can email me bigslaughter777 at gmail.com, or if you're on Instagram, I check messages on there. It's just Big Slaughter 7. If you cite, it'll come up if you search for me. You message me that way. I do have Facebook too, but I like a Big Slaughter Facebook, but I don't check that as much. Like I check it maybe once a day.
Then why are you bringing it up?
Well, just because some people that's all they have. So I
Well,
do get messages on Facebook, but it's sometimes I go like, or it might go 2 days and I'm like, oh, I forgot to check, but they're like, oh, I don't have Instagram, and that's how I message people. So
Liliana says, "Is there any new slot channels that you like?"
um or that too, Jeff. Yeah, you can always message me on Discord. I'm working on a Discord myself, actually, because a lot of people have asked. But hey Lori. But I have not made it public yet because I'm still trying to figure out how to like make sections and stuff. So that's coming soon.
That's probably the best way. Why? What if you start a Discord? Just have a locked thing about the
That's what
slaughter
I was
floor.
thinking.
And
I need to
that's
just
how
get
people
it.
can get a hold of you.
Yeah, I do, because most people have that too. So and some people don't, but like I said, there's multiple ways. But I need to get that so I have a section so we could like on the event we could put the. I mean, I'll post the schedule, but it's sometimes easier for people to have like a running thing while they're there. Like who, people always like, who's next? Where is so and so starting at? That sort of thing. So they won't run out of rooms, Lori. They have I think over 2,000 rooms at Peppermill. And the reason the dates are what they are is I always ask them if there's a certain, I didn't want to plan the event and then it's like the busiest weekend and they sell out of rooms. So I kind of let them decide when's a good time. And it always seems to be, kind of midweek, which I know sometimes it's harder for people that take vacation time, but it's a little nicer, when you're live streaming the casino, you can play machines you want. You're not like sometimes you go on a Saturday night and try to live stream, and you can only play like three different machines because the popular stuff's all taken. So, oh, you know what? That's a good idea, Darlene. I can figure it out. I know, but it's like one of those things. I got frustrated, so I just like gave up. Um,
That's what I do with life.
yeah.
Frustrated.
Oh, Maria. So each channel, so his is like about his stuff. So it's a like each channel will put in, and they do different things. Like they can put like when they're going live, next, and then the people that are in there can chat with each other, and you could talk about just whatever. Some people post their wins when they go to the casino. Some channels have them and they post recipes. Like I've seen all kinds of stuff that people do. So, but yeah, Laura, you should be fine. I mean, you could always book ahead of time too. And as long as you cancel within 48 hours before you go, like if you're like, you may not know until next week or till like, the week before, you can always, if you just remind yourself to cancel it. I see that. Yes, Liliana?
Is it Ileana or Liliana?
It's Ileana. Jennifer, that's a good question. It just depends. I used to go to the casino 3 to 4 times a week, and then I got myself out of it to do more trips. And ever since like after COVID, I got in the habit of doing more trips, having a bigger bankroll, and then avoiding. Now, this last I've been at the casino a lot in the last 5 days, but that's because somebody is always trying to convince me to go. But I find it better if you can just avoid the local, and then you get better offers if you can go less but have a bigger bankroll. Oh, nice, Alexa. Yeah, I'm gonna go. So I will be actually in Reno early. I haven't booked anything yet, but my plan is to probably get up there like Sunday, and stay at Atlantis for like Sunday night, Monday night before we go to Peppermill. I can do some live streams there. But that's what I tend to do every year. If I'm gonna go all the way up there, I usually try to go for a week. Hey, Reed. Oh.
I heard this year you're going to be riding in on a donkey.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of the donkeys from the gas station. Oh, I see your question. I know someone kind of asked that, or was that you earlier? Any new slot channels that you like or see a potential?
Mine.
Yeah, this one is. I do. No, I say he has a lot of potential. You have a lot of good wins in your phone, and now you're posting them.
Yeah, I've got quite a few to get back. Yeah, Lori, Reno is a bit more troublesome to get to. I get it, but Reno is, in my opinion, far superior to Vegas. The slot play it's just not near as chaotic. It's not near as, from my perspective, predatory. There than people like trying to sell you shit all the time, and you don't feel like people are trying to scam you everywhere you turn.
Well, and I'll say, I know I've told you this a million times. You're probably sick of it, but I've always done this because the slot payback is better. I do find myself usually doing better, and I'll the first day I'll either win or have a smaller loss, and I'll even say, "Wow, I played for 8 hours and I'm still up." In Vegas, I probably wouldn't have had that happen. So basically, the extra $300 I had to spend on my flight, I've saved in gambling. Um, and I know you always try to justify things as a gambler, like but I've just found myself always doing better, and I would say, why don't I go here more? Yes, I got to spend the money to fly there versus I can just get in my car and get to Vegas in a few hours. And it does seem to usually, and I have my trips I get wrecked. My last trip to Reno, I lost a lot. It was not, the first 2 days were just atrocious, but typically I do
That's
get better.
Peppermill.
Yeah, it was the Peppermill. Peppermill was just so bad for 2 days that they gave me some extra free play when I checked out because they felt bad for me. And that's the first time that's ever happened.
I would tell everybody in the chat that if you are planning on coming out to Reno and you plan on going to the slaughter soiree, I would give yourself a day or two to go try some of the other casinos. Quickly, Atlantis, and I'll probably get wrecked the next time I'm there. It might be my number one casino I like going to. The Pepper
Yeah.
Mill's nice. It's been really inconsistent on the wins. The first time I was there, I got wrecked. Second time, and then the not this last time before, I did really well towards the end of the trip. But Atlantis has just been. I will say that it's a casino, and I'm not. This isn't always the case, but it just feels like once you're down a couple $1,000s, that you can actually get it back.
Yeah. No, usually, and I felt like that way a lot. No, they gave me 515 free play the next day, and I played it in video poker, converted it to like 300. Shelly, yeah, I do. You know what? Laughlin's closer than Vegas for me by like an hour. And my mom liked to go to the Laughlin, so we would go with her more. I used to go there before, like I had to do some workout in that area, so I was there quite a bit a few years ago. And then my mom liked going there. Um, and I didn't as much because I couldn't, nobody really let you live stream there. You could get permission at Harrah's, but it was kind of a pain. But now the casino I like, Aquarius, lets me live stream and it's open, anyone can go, any channel can just put your tripod and film just like you could at station casinos and stuff. And my last probably 5 trips, I've actually come out of there with a profit, which is rare to say. But only that casino. I feel like the payback for Laughlin is actually not good if you look at the stats, but Aquarius has some of the best pay tables of video poker I've seen anywhere in the country. And I feel like their slots are fair. I've had some, I had a couple live streams where I was up $3,000 like my last trip, and then 2 of them that weren't good, but they balanced out to being a winning trip.
Darlene says, "Has anyone stayed at the Silver Legacy? I think it's called in Reno. I have comps there for some reason, so I'm sure Slaughter, you know about Silver
Yep.
Legacy, and you can probably explain to Darlene why she'd have a comp there."
Yep. So, Darling, I assume you play at some Caesars casinos somewhere. Silver Legacy is owned by Caesars now. They weren't before. They were actually owned by the Carano family, who ended up buying Caesars, but not to get into that. But they have 3 casinos downtown Reno that are all connected. So Silver Legacy's in the middle, then you've got El Dorado, and you have Circus Circus on the other end. And if you go on the second floor, you can walk between all 3, and there's slots on the second floor. And so anyway, they reach out to players who are maybe haven't been to Reno and they want to get you there, so they'll send you an offer with some free play. Caesar's kind of notorious for doing that. They'll give you Vegas offers even if you haven't been to Vegas, but you play in Biloxi or wherever Atlantic City, wherever your local is. It's okay. Reno, I prefer, and we were kind of getting into this. If you go to Reno, there's 3 casinos I really like. So if you're coming, you're gonna be at Peppermill, give yourself a chance to go to Atlantis, like we talked about. And I also like Grand Sierra. Those are like my 3. My 4th one would maybe be Western Village, which is Peppermill's other casino. It's very small, like locals, but the paybacks, I've done very, very well at that casino. It's just the hotel's like not connected, and it's like a motel, like kind of place. It's not fancy, but those are it. I really, if I'm up there, I really don't give any play to anywhere else because I don't really care to or need to. So
Darlene, and that's the thing to do is, if you get an offer for somewhere that maybe isn't the best, I see that Donnell Cotton said that the rooms are pretty shitty. But if you stay there, go and venture out to some of these other casinos and establish yourself, do some base play to casinos. Then you'll start getting offers from them. It's basically using one to get offers for other places you'd rather go.
yeah, I agree.
Bean says the steakhouse at Western Village is bomb. I'm assuming that you had 2 pieces of salad and
Yeah,
the Jack and Cokes there.
The salad and Jack and Coke were good. No, I've never eaten there, but I've heard good things about it.
Mama Three Pearl says, "What's your new favorite slot machine?"
Ooh, actually, right now is I do really like the Buffalo Mega Power and the Timberwolf. Even though they've been so tough, they've turned around for me, and I've had some wins.
Slaughter stole mine. I'm getting semi obsessed with Buffalo Mega Power because there's so much potential, and the thing that I'm learning about the game, they got a couple of them in Dubuque now. I only really played it at Atlantis, and it took me forever to get the flame bonus. The flame bonus is really nice, and now I'm learning that you can get the flame bonus, and it doesn't have to be really nice. Um, it's a super tough game, super volatile, but the potential is definitely there.
Yeah. Hey, Vanessa.
Um, Val, my problem is my local casinos are privately owned, so the perks are for their casino. Yeah, Val, you established yourself there. Some casinos will do some type of match to get you established there. Um, yeah.
I will and I will say, Sabrina, I would say don't it's not so much the tier. I always try to say this to it's it's your offers. More a lot of casinos will, and I haven't done this too much, but sometimes like if you have a for example, if you play at one of your locals regularly, if you have a host, sometimes that host will have a connection at another casino. Like they kind of network with each other and trade players. So let's say you have a host, at one of yours and they know somebody in wherever you wanted to go. They might say, I have a friend that is over there now. Let me call her and I'll vouch for you and I'll say you're a decent, your theoretical is, 1,000 a day or whatever. She could probably set you up with a room up front. And they'll do that. I also sometimes I've seen like today, I was just looking at something. So one of my locals here that I've been live streaming at lately, Gila River, they have 4 casinos. So I just was looking at their benefits. And if you reach gold or higher, which is 100,000 coin in, they have this deal now where you get a free trip to Grayton Casino in California, which I've never been. So they'll essentially part of their benefit is to comp you up front at in California, even though they're separate, they're different tribes separately owned. And I've seen that quite a bit, where they'll have a deal with another casino somewhere. Oh, on Buffalo on the right, Jennifer. I see that. Wow. Yeah, I've seen all kinds of crazy wins on those. Same with any Buffalo. Hey, Brittany.
Mama, three pearls, I look sleepy. I slept all day. I didn't do shit.
Yeah,
It's
too much
only eight
sleep.
o'clock. I am not tired at all.
Bought some Wolf Run Eclipse. $1 bet. Oh, nice, Ileana. You got the
The
major
mega?
right, or the mega? Is that the? I don't
The
play that
mega's
game.
green.
Yeah, it's a new channel, Brittany, that we kind of both did together for this kind of stuff. I was doing them as my members on my channel to see how it went, and then we figured let's make a channel. We'll do eventually we'll start to having like we'll have like a guest on with us. Um Jeff, I know I gotta figure out when I can go to Pato before I gotta go sooner than later because they'll probably stop sending me offers after a year.
Yeah, he'll get up here for a weekend.
Yeah, I will. Probably sooner than later.
What else, Slaughter?
I don't know. I think we kind of covered at least what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
for subbing, Brittany.
Yeah. Thanks, Brittany.
We're good cop, bad cop. Who's the good cop? Who's the bad cop?
Yeah. No Boyd properties in Reno. Just Caesar's the only one that is like national.
Hmm. Or that sounds like a plan. You're not saying who's the good cop. I'm assuming that Slaughter's the good cop. You play the good cop? Do you dress up? Do you role play Slaughter?
No, not usually. No,
No, you're not the good cop.
no, kind of boring. Ileana, yeah, that's before you're in. We're gonna try to do the. We were just saying, I haven't set it in stone, but it's something like the Buffalo Challenge we did last year.
Well, we really just wanted to test this out and see how it first went. We're both looking into some software so we could do this a little bit more. I have the costume. I don't think I have that thing anymore. Um, but we're gonna look into StreamYards and stuff and see if we can get this set up, like I said, a little bit more professionally. I'm just on my phone on my tripod on my desk, and Kurt's in his backyard.
Yeah, we just wanted to get a live out and try to grow the channel a little bit more and a little more practice.
That's crazy, Sabrina.
Hey, Ari. Oh, that's true. I follow. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say I think everyone in here is probably subscribed to both of us, but we may get some new people. Shelly, should we have? Is that who we're gonna have our first guest?
I mean, I'm sure I looked great when I was dressed up like a cop. I went live.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
Hey, Harry.
Yeah. So yeah, Denise, I think you got everything. Hopefully, like I said, I'll make a post, but um, yeah,
For
no,
sure,
that's the
Val.
thing, Valerie. Yeah, that's the thing is I wanted something that people like you that are supporters that are coming, that you can be a part of too. You know, yeah, yeah, he is Casino Hamster now.
My with girls, I said Kurt would look good dressed up too. I didn't want you to think you didn't look good dressed up. Slaughter, do you want to go slip into something more comfortable for Mama Three Pearls, please? Ignore you. I'm elevated.
Oh, that's true. Beans.
What is what is this? A celebrity slot tournament?
Celebrity slot tournament where you get to team up with your favorite channel.
So I have to remind somebody 12 times who the fuck I am.
I don't know. That might be a little too. I don't want to make. Sometimes I don't. I realize things get a little too complicated, but um, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'll pick. Hey, Jack, Jack. I don't know. I mean, we could, but the only thing is, we'll have to, as long as we're balanced. Like, I don't know if we'll have, you know, the exact amount of people. If we have 20 channels, are we going to have 20 people that aren't channels there, or are we going to have?
What? Oh, so okay. Let's get the basis. Let's see what the chat thinks. So prior to this, you did what $100 and people bet 60 cents
Yeah.
or bet whatever they want. I think you got to have like some pretty strict, abrupt rules. And I know it's supposed to be fun and stuff, but then it gets to be too messy. Um, I think depending on the size, if it gets too big, you just do groups of three. People can pick their three, and they stick $300 in the machine. They got to do max bets.
Oh, I see. You almost like you
They make
team.
it way more exciting at $6 bets for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
people.
You team up with somebody, um, and maybe you don't get to like pick your friend. We assign you like out of a hat. Like you were with this person, you're with that person, or whatever. And you do bigger bets, and that way it doesn't go on as long. That's actually a good
I think
idea.
I think you got to pick teams.
Yeah, like teams. Like even if it's just two people, that way it's double versus having 20 people that we got to try to squeeze it on the machines or whatever. I mean, I know I said we'd add like you can't let the credits count up for every win. You got to hit the button, but yeah, that way it's some bigger bets. I mean, people kind of scroll in when it's live and they're just like 60-cent bets. Like I had one person was like, "Oh, are you broke?" And they didn't realize like what
How
was
many
going on.
how many people I know, like I said, 60-cent bonuses can be exciting, but they're I've never seen a 60-cent bonus and be like, I'm good thing they're not betting $6.
Yeah,
Um, how many
yeah.
people do you think that you had join it last year?
I'd have to go back and look, but I mean, we had a pretty good,
Roughly.
probably 15.
Okay. So you have five teams of three,
Hmm.
and then everyone can play at the same time. You don't have to wait for people to rotate in and out or whatever.
Right.
And then what are you looking for? The biggest bonus, the most heads? What is
I
it?
think I like the total most heads. So if someone gets to 13, they're the winner. Like we've never had anyone get to 15, but it's just the counting your total running totals was too much when we did that with the bows. But yeah, we get like the winner is whoever gets 13 or 4. And if someone gets to fit, and then we said if someone gets to 15, then we would have a playoff type scenario. We've never had it, but hey, Tracy Ford.
Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I think just having everybody go at once, so you have all those machines, it's a weekday type thing.
Yeah,
So there should be have those all blocked up or whatever. And then five teams of three. I think there's five Buffalo Gold collections there.
yeah,
And people can pick their teams, they can name their team, they can do whatever.
yeah, yeah. There we go. I'll just have to
And then just
get.
just put it on top on the people that if let's say Beans is going to start, going to have a team, she can pick two people and then that's set, and then whatever we have like residual left over, we're going to help those people get a team.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like it. Let's try it. Yeah.
Hey, Sonner, I don't want to give away something I gave to you or whatever, but you could bring the multicolored buffalo with, and that could be the trophy.
Oh, that thing right there. That's a great
You
idea.
have it here. Bring it
Uh-huh.
over.
You want to see it?
Bring it over. Or you can keep it. You can stop at the same gas station and buy another one.
Well, you never know. They're ever going to have the same things again.
You
This will
guys
be the
want to watch a
prize this
bonus
year.
in the meantime?
You and your pictures.
Show it. Show it.
See, it's an
Play with
actual.
it. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Like no, not like that. It's got to bounce across the screen like he's running.
Oh, I see. Like,
He's
yeah.
going the wrong way. He's got to
Well,
face the
it's
camera. There you go. Look how beautiful that buffalo is. Tripped out.
yeah. We could do this as a trophy, and then I don't know. I think people still, those small like $20 buy-in. So there's like a money prize too.
So you're saying everyone will buy in for 120. They give the 20
Yeah,
to you.
$100 to gamble that you can obviously quit and keep or cash out or whatever you want to do with, and then $20 that goes towards the prize pool.
So 15 people would be $300.
Hmm. Yeah, so it'll be a $300 prize for the winning team.
He says, I have some iced tea vintage speakers I can donate. Well, number one, with you understanding rappers and who they are, I doubt it's iced tea. I'm sure some black guy in a Walmart, you bought some speakers out of a trunk that actually wasn't iced tea.
Oh yeah, maybe that rapper that's at Peppermill now, Beans, can we can invite them too.
Sabrina's scolding us. Scroll up on my comment. I had an important
Okay,
suggestion.
hold on, Sabrina. We'll get.
Can I put a
Oh,
suggestion? Can we get a designated live streams to Slaughter Arnold and Beans? The best. Let's discuss your use of the word important first. Lex, I don't trust you either. Iced tea.
well, we did do something like that last year,
What do you mean?
and we did a group live stream on one of the nights, and then we had the second best crew did a live stream after or whatever. But then I don't want people to feel like they're left out.
Denise, that's funny. You have buffalo medals.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I love iced coffee, man.
Mhm.
That would be really cool. Go get the buffalo coin
Yeah.
made into a necklace.
Yeah. That looks like the coin from the machine.
Sabrina says, "Yes, it's important. You guys are a comedy together." Well, because I think the like handful of streams that we've done together, we've all been drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. They do get a little, but yeah, we haven't done one of those in a while. Well, maybe if we're all there a day before the event.
That was out of control. Remember when Slaughter forgot how to play a shot machine?
I don't remember.
I don't know what that means.
I just remember getting angry at the machine.
Yeah, when you went off on your little tangent about
All aboard
all
or whatever.
aboard.
How
Yeah,
stupid that game is.
that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I Oh
Uh,
yeah. I remember that, Sabrina.
no, we hit the major on Midnight Express.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was stupid. I was laughing.
That was.
Mama Three Pearls. It just depends. I mean, I think that I've talked to Slaughter about like putting together a schedule of like how often we should do it and sticking to it. So we just got the channel set up, made it look halfway decent. Now we've got to figure out how to use um probably StreamYards or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
Beans, are you drunk? Like you're misspelling. That was hikes. I mean, hilarious. And then you didn't know how to play the shot machine, but now it's slot. Good night, Maria.
Hey, Maria. Hey, Casino Hamster. I'm not okay.
Yeah, we'll figure out something, Mama Three Pearls.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're just starting off, seeing how things go.
Yeah. It'll get more formalized as we evolve.
Let's see. I mean, who knows what we're gonna do? We might have something where people send wins in and we show the wins, or we have special guests.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all friends here, right? Let's see. And it's dropped to 40. Let's see if we can get this in here. I'm off the audio. Buffalo Chief of Nuggets. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you see the screen?
Yep. Looks good to me.
This is one of my favorite new games. You guys better watch when it comes out as a video. If I hit that, that's maxed out. Come on. This is what they have at Pato. This is on a $5 bet. I'm already at $4,400. Do it. Do it. One more time.
Uh, Sabrina, just commercial. I don't do anything residential.
Okay. Hit on the end. No. Chief. How does it give me a preview? Keep going. The important thing is being consistent. Yeah. Yeah, Denise. Some of the bonuses are not, a lot of them are not great, but then it just comes out of nowhere with a banger. Yeah, Jeff. As soon as you walk into the new smoking room, I'm just going to fast forward. Everyone would fast forward this, anyways. This is the exciting part.
Yeah, the really good stuff.
Do it. It's got to come back. Is it going to hit it? It's going to fall off. Oh, that wasn't even it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this one is. But I had 63 games on this thing. Keep going. One more. Okay, one more. One more. Full screen me twice. 576, isn't that the lowest? Is it coming back? It is. Full screen. Do the 5400 again. 4,000. And double full screen. Chief. Chief.
The dream hit on that.
Oh, I would love the whole bonus was almost $8,000 on $5 bet. Pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, I played them. I played them quite a bit.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. I think I tell most people I do. I work with retailers and restaurant companies for finding locations, but I'm like work for myself essentially. So
What else, Slaughter? Excite the stream up.
what
Getting
else?
stale.
Hold on. Well, I think we're almost done. Yeah, Denise, I've are casinos near you going non-smoking, or they that's always a topic that gets a lot of heated on both sides. But I know I've seen casinos that were non-smoking from COVID starting to bring it back more and more.
Are you pro smoking in the casino?
Yeah, I think if, it's one of the few places these days that if you do smoke, you can light. And people that I think you should have choices. I think if you want to go to a casino that has smoking, then you can, and if you don't, then but
I think a lot of casinos, like pre or post pandemic, thought it was a good idea just to get the smoking out.
yeah,
And then, like a Potawatomi, I think they look at the numbers in the solstice room and say, hey, these slots are getting X amount more play than the stuff that's out non smoking. So they create another smoking area
yeah.
to, drive up
Well, and I
revenue or
think I
whatever.
think during COVID it was for masks. It was a mask thing. They didn't want people taking their masks off, and they all it was like until further notice. It was a temporary thing, and then business went up. Like not it wasn't because of that. It was people got all this money and they were wanting to get out of the house and they were bored. And you remember casinos were having record business in 2021. And so they were like, well, our business is the best it's ever been right now, and we don't allow smoking, so we don't need to allow smoking. And then as people, things kind of got back to more normal, I think they started to see that the smoking areas perform better. It's like how like same thing here at Cliff Castle had that little tiny smoking room, and then they did this huge expansion, and it was all the new areas smoking as well. Um, same thing Pato did, add a second room. Same thing Gun Lake did.
Nobody's fan of cigars, apparently.
Cigars do. A lot. Very few casinos that allow smoking even do allow cigars because of that reason.
It's weird. I've never, until we were at Atlantis and that lady stopped Avalon.
Hmm.
I was like, I thought she was joking. I thought
Yeah,
smoke
yeah,
was smoke.
yeah. Atlantis, I didn't know that they didn't allow cigars. Peppermill does though, but or your buddy at Pato that plays video or Keno.
Oh, he plays video. Oh, he does play Keno, but yeah, he plays a lot of poker.
Yeah.
How was poker for you this last trip?
It was okay. Actually, it wasn't like I didn't get anything crazy like a royal or anything. But I had, I kind of kept afloat on poker. It was just the slots that were just really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pep does
Peppermill.
have those.
They actually have two. I forget they have that one up in front by the sports book, and then they have the one that's with the low ceilings. Where I never go in the low ceiling room when I'm live because you lose the service.
No,
Um,
video poker, Denise.
yeah, yeah. I don't really enjoy tables, so I never really
Why so?
You know what it is? I think it started because I go to the casino because when I'm working, I talk all day long. And so I would go to zone out and I could just stare at a machine and push buttons and I could forget about like having to be social and all this sort of thing. And then tables, you got to like people try to talk to you. You got the dealer, and it turns out, and some people I think like tables for that reason. Like they say, "Oh, I like tables because I like the interaction." I'm like the opposite. I don't want the interaction, um, and so I just didn't find it enjoyable. And I never really did well playing tables. Like
That's funny because now you go to the casino and you talk to slot machines the entire time.
I know I talk to my phone now when I go to the casino. So
Well, I think at most places that you can smoke, a lot of people smoke vapes.
yeah,
I don't-
even in non-smoking casinos, I still smell people vaping weed pens.
You can smell weed pen?
Well, I mean, whatever they're using, but I can. I was just in
Jeez,
the
I don't
one
know
the other
why
day.
that made me sad. I don't ever get lonely playing slots by myself.
I don't either. Yeah, I would before I knew people like that gambled. I would go on casino trips by myself all the time, and people thought I was crazy, but I was totally okay doing that.
Let's talk about a different subject here. The
Yeah,
amount of bonuses that I've filmed lately where people feel the need, like I have a camera or my phone in front of me filming, and they still feel the need to talk to me through the entire fucking bonus.
yeah, like that one video you just sent me, and the lady wouldn't shut up.
Well, one I posted today, that was from the other night. The lady just
Or
kept talking,
oh yeah, yeah. I know. I was like, I've seen something of yours that I know.
and they're just random people.
Mm,
And I don't know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tell them, like, hey, I'm a huge influencer. Please don't script this video for me.
right, or I'm filming it, or well,
How?
I think you've had some. I think part of it is you've been filming some really big wins that you've had, and someone sees a. I'm not going to say what your win was from the other day, but I think they see those wins and they are like, oh my, like they're the type of person maybe they bring 20, 40 bucks to the casino and they've never won more than 200 bucks, and they see you winning something like that, and they're just like they want to talk to you. You know,
Well, I don't want to talk to them.
I know.
I don't want to
You
talk
need a
to
shirt that
anybody on
says
this.
"Don't talk to me."
People that are talking to me don't. I don't think they're big readers.
No,
Talk to myself, I do. Usually say this fucking piece of shit.
mm, yeah. We're gonna get you a "Do Not Disturb" shirt.
People will ignore it.
Oh, I know. They'll talk to you even more. Where'd you get that shirt from?
uh, all right, we're back. We're back.
Oh yeah, these things. I used to never when I'd see channels like her, people that I used to watch before I was a channel. Um, I would never come up to them if they were filming.
You never come up to people when they're filming.
Not no, when they were filming videos, I never bothered them. I would wait till I try to catch them when they were like not filming or whatever. But
Start talking to an imaginary friend. They don't listen. Like
ah,
I've been in the solstice room and people have asked me to like borrow money or bum a cigarette, and I always just tell them I would like to tell you how I got to the position I am through our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And most of the time they'll stop talking to you.
yeah, they run.
You think if I had a ring light that would tell people to not talk to me?
Maybe you should try it. We'll get you a ring light.
Oh, Jeff is ghetto talking about a Lucy. The reference a lot of people wouldn't get.
Let's see.
Lindsay, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I mean,
You
it's fun if
walk up to Kurt.
you were really. I think
He's
that's
in
so
it.
crazy. that people are
He's
like,
an intimidating force.
I guess.
I didn't see Juicy's Ascension. Don't tell me about it. Let me watch it. But I'll watch it. Love Ascension. Yeah. You know what your problem is, Arnold? You're unlikable. Why do I look at a person? I was at the casino like maybe a month ago or whatever, and I was in Dubuque and they have 3 ascensions in a row. And this lady, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, was playing the far right machine, and she was talking to this guy that like a cleaner janitor type there or whatever. And then when I walked up, he walked away, and she's just like, I don't know why he walked away, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't have any interest in talking to her, and she's like, you don't look intimidating. I was like, okay. She's like, well, you don't, and I was like, okay. Like, I don't know. Am I supposed to be offended that I don't look intimidating? And then she told me about her 5 kids, and God, just stop talking to me. I don't want to talk to you, lady.
Oh, I know. I had a
I don't have resting bitch face. I take that back. I don't have resting bitch face. I'm a happy guy most of the time.
yeah, maybe practice it. Hey, Estatui, what up? There's a lady at, I don't know
Here's
if I told
Richard.
hey Richard. There's a lady that works at Mazel, but she like starts late at night and she cleans the ashtrays. And she
Casino
comes
hamster. We got resting dick face.
they're resting dick face.
My new channel is RDF.
Already. Oh god. But no, there's this lady that comes around, and I got caught talking to her one time when I was playing video poker, and she was telling me about the plays that she goes to see, and her like she just went on and on and on and on for 45 minutes. And
You
then
stood
so
there the whole time?
no, I was trying to play video poker and concentrate, and she would not stop talking about stuff I don't care about at all. And I was just being and really nice. And then the next time I'm there, she comes around or she talks to Hammy, tells him about when she went to Disneyland and all this stuff. So anyway, the other night last time I was there, I finally got a bonus on that Timberjack game. I finally get first bonus. I want to enjoy it. Here she comes. So I just gave her a dirty look to get rid of her because I couldn't.
No. Let's see the dirty look.
I was like,
oh, you did like a little.
yeah, I was so annoyed because I knew what was happening, and she was like, "How are you doing today?"
You made her flinch. You jumped at this old lady.
Yeah, I did. She hasn't talked to me since. Hammy knows about her. Yeah, the skydive. She talks to Hammy about skydiving and hot air balloons.
Well, Hammy gets caught up in that. He'll talk to anybody for hours on end.
Yeah. No, she finds him, and then she finds me, and yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for her, but can see, and that's fine. I don't need everyone to like me. She told security about me. Yeah, she has one job. She literally goes around and cleans up the ashtrays, and then you don't see her anymore. And it's like they do it at midnight every night or something.
Oh, she works there.
Yeah, she works there. She's the midnight cleaning lady. So she doesn't come to work until like midnight. Yeah, and she stacks the ashtrays. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to show you her beans when you called, but not me. I'm not bullying her. I just can't because I can't be stuck in a 30-minute conversation when I'm just there to push buttons. That's a good idea. I could actually here's $5, but just leave me alone.
Why don't you just carry a full ashtray, and then when she comes around, just dump it on the floor and be like, "Whoops," and then she can clean up if she want to talk to you.
Just like throw it so she has to go that way. That's you know what, Ileana, that's true. The AP like the AP players do.
She'll still that. Yeah,
She'll
that
still
won't
talk.
stop her. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see her mouth moving even though you can't hear.
He's got the Major on Huff
Oh,
and more
nice,
puff. That's
Jimmy.
awesome. Go live.
Yeah, go live.
She's not a dog. You don't know that.
1220 duck. I know.
I think for some people it doesn't stop them. There is a lady that is a bartender at Potawatomi in the Solstice room, and she works early mornings, and she will just always come up to you and talk to you for about nonsense. Well, so this is our channel. We're gonna try to do some StreamYard stuff and maybe get some guests on in the future once we figure all that stuff out and um, make this into a fun little thing.
Yeah. If any of you have if you have topics you want to go more in depth on, we just
Yeah,
kind of
the thing is that if you think of something and we're not live or whatever, just come to our latest video and just put a comment down there of something that you'd like to talk about so we can look at it, structure how we want to talk about it, whatever on the next episode.
yeah. Midnight Express.
Midnight Express, Kenzie, you're one trick pony.
Kenzie, there was I should introduce you. There was a guy at Talking Stick tonight after my live playing two Midnight Express fast spinning $25 spins. He did it. He kept hand paying on them, but like, so he'd play another one in the row. He had the whole like 4 row of them together.
It's Kenzie's twin brother that she never met. Just in Arizona playing 4 Midnight Expresses at once.
Yeah, fast spinning $25. I'll take a picture of him next time I see him. But
There was a lady up in the Dells that worked at, and I don't care who it is. She's probably long gone by now, but she worked at the little gas station they had the Dells parking lot where they sold cigarettes. And I always called her Meth Kenzie because she looked like Kenzie, but she looked like she was also on meth. So she looked like Kenzie. She'd been on meth for like a year.
yeah, Val, that's a great topic. That's the stuff we like kind of talking about that I've, kind of done some trial and error and done some research on. And if you want to, I got a lot of things to say on that. So that's a good topic. We can make that our next
It's Slaughter's forte.
yeah, I could talk about that all day.
I play too much. I play past it.
You play so much that you max your comps out, which you can't even get any more comps.
Whereas Super Gambler, I heard that he was just taking a break from all the YouTube stuff, concentrating on his business. It's
Yeah.
good. Good for him. Good for him to recognize it instead of trying to keep it afloat.
Yeah. He's kind of kept himself shut off from people that do know him. Jeff. Denise. Yeah, we can talk about that. And there is that one.
There's a random dog behind you.
Oh yeah,
Bring him up. Let's see
Bandit.
if everyone wants to see the dog.
You want to see Bandit? Bandit.
Well, give him some pets.
Hey.
Rub his head.
Oh, come back.
Where are the little rascals with that dog?
Bandit just wants somebody to play.
Yeah, lick his face.
Yeah.
Hey, Dougie.
Hey, Dougie.
Liliana, most of them should all be the same besides like video poker and stuff. Like the thing that people really need to understand is that a casino has all their machines set to what they're going to pay out to. And that margin of difference is what the casino operates on. So if the overall payout percentage of the casino is 90%, that means that 10% is what they operate on. So you have 10% of whatever money comes in. And it's not as simple as, $100,000 comes into the casino, and the casino gets 10,000 of it. So it's
Yeah.
more complex than that. But that margin that they use is what can we use out of this to entice people to come to our casino? And part of that is your comp. So let's say 2% of that 10% is comps, what they give back to players to entice them in. So now they're working on 8%. And this idea that casinos need to go in and change the machines and the payouts and all that stuff, it's all nonsense. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do that at all. They're making their money. They don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. And Iliad had I don't know, the different machines giving different points. There's only two times I've ever seen that. One would be what Beans asked is video poker. If you're playing and it could be a slot and a video poker cabinet, sometimes they'll have like Scarab or something is in the multi-game video poker cabinet. They will default to half points or whatever the casino does. Like they'll give you less points, even though you're playing a slot on that machine. It does not know that it's a slot versus video poker. The only other time I've ever seen that is Oklahoma red screen games will give you less points because they have a higher return to player than the rest of the slots. So, but in other than I've seen one time I saw a machine that was giving 10 times points all the time. Went on for about 2 months. I exploited it a little bit. And
And there's some
but
that pay out so good that there's zero comps. There's a couple
yeah,
poker machines that the percentage is over 100%. We have to play it perfect. So they're counting on the player to make mistakes in order to make money on it. But you're not going
yeah,
to get any comp points out of it because there's such a big payback.
yeah. And Dougie, yeah, I mean that's pretty common. I think the you know, high limit room slots, especially because the denoms are higher. They're, I would say at least 90% of the time, they're going to set the return to player higher in the high limit room on it, pretty much every machine.
And take that with a grain of salt. Yes, theoretically, there's a higher payout percentage in most high limit rooms, but that doesn't mean um, you can still go in there and take $10,000, not win a thing, not win a
Yeah,
single hand.
exactly. Yeah, don't think you're going to win because of that, but if if you were going to play the same machine on 10 cents on the main floor, or they have a 10-cent version in the high limit room, you're probably better. Although, then there you also have higher majors, grands, or whatever in the high limit version, and you're probably less likely to hit, you know, on a $5 dime bet in the high limit room on the game versus on a $5 dime bet on the main floor where the grands and majors are lower. So there's a lot of things to
This is
factor in.
And this is my own personal advice. If you're going with a very limited budget to a first time to a casino, you want to get in, and Slider can go into discussing maybe this in the next episode, is your theoretical. Your
Mhm.
theoretical is the casino looks at you as a player and says, we can get $1,000 a day out of Kurt. That's what we're gonna make on him. It's $1,000 a day. So when he goes in and plays the 3 days he's staying there, he's keeping that $1,000 they're going to make up on him high. So this way they can offer him more. What happens is on that fourth day, he pays $200. He's just going to play something before he leaves. That will bring those other 3 days that he's had a really high coin average in significantly down. So if you have let's say he's doing 5,000 coin in, 5,000 coin in, 5,000 coin in, and then the last day does $200. Now instead of dividing 3 days by 15,000, now you're dividing 4 days by 17,000, and that
Yep.
significantly drops down your theoretical. So I would say if personally, if I was going to a new casino and I was on a very limited budget, I would look for things that don't have progressives, that are low volatility. They can sit there and do a whole bunch of coin in. And if you look around, there's not a ton of machines anymore that don't have progressives and stuff attached to them. And you can still get wrecked on low volatile machines, but there's enough out there. Like we were talking about Bomberman. Maybe it doesn't have huge wins all the time, but it bonuses pretty frequently. That'd be something that I would try to play
Mhm.
and sustain on.
Yeah, I agree. And and to say what you, for example, I just got my new Pepper Mill offer. My free play dropped 25% from what it was. And I knew it would because the last day, when I was saying the story earlier, how I had such a bad loss, I played right when I was checking out of my room, all I did was play the free play and cashed out. And it's like a loss rebate. Well, I earned a few points playing that on the machine because not knowing when your free plays through, and that got averaged into my other 2 days of heavy play. So even though I lost more than I ever have there 2 days, my free play actually went down.
And see, this is something that all of us will face as um, slot players that are going to new areas that want to go in. And here's a perfect example. I'd never been to Reno. So what I did was I Slaughter's not going to do this for anybody else, so don't ask him. But he reached out to his host and said, "Hey, my friend is coming here. He's an established player. Here's some of his cards from previous plays that are high, whatever." And they comped me the rooms up front, but there was no issue because I had plenty of play in order to get those comp rooms. Now they won't do that for a ton of people without having like someone vouch for you. So have a friend that can either get you a room. Like everyone Beans lives there, so I'm sure she can get anybody in the chat a room for this Slaughter Soiree event free of charge.
At our house.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
We're
But
kidding. We're kidding.
if you get somebody that can get you in someplace, establish a play, and then you'll have offers for the future. Like if
Yeah.
you're going to Reno, the reason I say if you're going to the Pepper Mill, swing over to Atlantis because Atlantis might give you a really good offer to come stay there, and then you have options like. I like the Peppermill. The gambling just isn't what it is for me at Atlantis. And I've had good runs at Peppermill, and I'm sure I will again too. But I've just had better runs at Atlantis. So I prefer it.
Yeah.
That's it. So the thing I was going to show everybody, I'm sure you can't really see it, but this is a flyer from Atlantis, and this is for the month of April. Now it's filled up with a bunch of jargon, but if you look at this one set of days here towards the end of the month, they have 5 times points, 6 times points, 6 times points in the month of April. So if I was going to go to go to Atlantis, where this flyer is from, I would look at those 3 days of the days that I want to stay because the last time I was there when I played, within a couple days, I had $1,800 in comps, which there you can split in half and use as free play. So instead of $1,800, I'd have $900 in free play, or $1,800. That's where I got this hat for food, whatever. So if I'm going to go and I'm going to go play anyways, I'm going to look for the most advantageous day. Now, flights and stuff can make me change around those days, but those will be the days that I'll hone in that I would want to go to Atlantis.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Doug, I've just had like crazy poker wins there too, over and above the slot stuff. I just don't feel like I'm out of it at Atlantis.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, Beans. And the other thing is too, hosts do have some discretion. So like if a close friend, if you're friends with a big gambler and you say, listen, I have a friend who's coming into town, they because it's up to what a host doesn't want to do is get burned. So if I tell my host Arnold's coming to town or whatever, can you set him up with a room? And he doesn't play, that my host is going to be upset because they comp some stuff up front. But if they know you well enough and they trust you and they and you could say, well, my friend's coming in and like here's a couple of their offers they get from where they play with, and it's up to them to be comfortable. Like they have that discretion to do that, but they don't do that a lot because they do get burned a lot.
And that's for me where a lot of the AP came in. I know that a lot of people don't want to go to the casino and try to like find plays and stuff, and AP's changed significantly since the last couple of years. But I would have a ton of theoretical coin in because I would chase some stack up play and put 4,000 coin in and leave the machine $200 down or $300 up and still have all that play established. That's awesome, Dougie. Dougie, I've been in love with Bonus Streak, Ultimate X Bonus Streak. That's my jam. That is my favorite.
Yeah, I've heard, what, Lindsay, I've heard that about Oklahoma casinos. That's another thing. That's a whole nother we can get into more. But the people that live and play in Oklahoma regularly, and they might even be a high tier, they tell me they get like $20 in free play or whatever. Whereas WinStar, for example, for me, I go there twice a year. I give them my normal amount of play. Maybe it's 10,000 coin in a day, like I would do most places. They made me every year, they renew me at the top tier. I don't go anywhere near the coin in, and I get like 4 times the free play offers that anybody that I know plays there gets.
And no, and I would implore everybody, don't be afraid to ask your host for anything.
Yeah.
They can tell you no, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But if I didn't use a host for a long time, I just went there and played and went home, and then figure out you can get food and better rooms and like all that stuff from your play.
Yeah. Kimmy. I mean, it's, if you have a DJ friend that has a lot of, they have a good host, a good relationship, they can, uh, they can help you out, but they, like I said, they just don't want to get burned because I'm sure if you talk to a host, they would tell you they've had that happen to them. And we can get into when we talk about, host gets a certain amount of credit to spend on their people per year, and you got to use it wisely, and you got to get your coin in up, and that's a whole nother longer conversation. The reason local offers are not as good is just because typically a local doesn't come in and drop as much coin in. A local might come in for 3 hours and play every
And
week, but an out of towner brings usually 10 times the bankroll, and they're only there for like 2 or 3 days.
and they're not going to use it. So like when you're putting up the theoretical of what you're going to put out towards a player and what your return can be, Pato will give Kurt probably a better offer than me because he's going there once or twice a year,
Right.
even though I'm putting in way more coin in because it's my local.
Yep. And they factor that in. You've got to, I've got to spend money. He can just get in his car and drive to Pato. I've got to get a flight or whatever. So they typically have you geocoded how far you are away. But
Just
like
think
in
about
Vegas,
just think about it as any business. I'm selling coffee or whatever, and Kurt comes in every day. I have no reason. I know he's a loyal customer, but I have no reason to incentivize him to come to my coffee store because he's coming anyways.
yep,
Somebody that hasn't been there for 2 or 3 months, I want to try to incentivize them to start coming to drink my coffee. It's the same way with the casinos. They just, I mean, the reality is, I always say the casino is like a girlfriend that you love that doesn't always love you. Like she loves you when you're putting up the coin, you're coming in and playing stuff, but as soon as things go bad, they don't want anything to they don't give a fuck.
yeah. Well, I always heard the saying, you can fall in love with a casino, but don't marry it because they'll turn on you.
And they will. And it doesn't matter. You can argue all you want about how much money you've spent there, how much time, whatever. You shouldn't have any loyalty to a casino whatsoever. It should be
Mhm.
just based on your play and what you like to go enjoy and have fun.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Just play where you get the best deal. You can find better deals. Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like in Oklahoma, if you live in North Texas, you really only have WinStar and you have Choctaw Durant, and they know that. And so if they already know you like to gamble, they'll throw you a little bone or whatever to go, but they're not going to give you $300-400 in free play. But someone like me, I could go to Vegas, I could go to Reno, I could go to all these other places. So they got to incentivize me to fly to Dallas and drive to WinStar, So, um,
Yeah, if you live in Vegas, there's a ton of different options, but the problem is if you have to. I'm assuming you're talking about the M. Hey, if I'm if you stop going to the M for 3 months, your offers are going to go up
yeah,
because they see that you're not coming in.
yeah. And they do these things like in Vegas, the Vegas locals market. It's a little frustrating to me. They do these multiplier days, like Stations does twice a week, 10 times points, and they add up quick. And the M does it like means you were getting these like whatever 8x days all the time or whatever. But I don't get those offers because I'm not a local. They actually code you, so instead I get bigger free play offers to come, but I don't get both.
And just so everyone knows, when you go to the casino and you're like, "Hey, I'm driving by the casino and they're giving away a free air fryer," when you go in to get that air fryer, that counts as a day played.
Yeah.
And if you don't play anything and you just go in there to pick that up, that's $0 that counts against you.
And you swipe your card, and so it shows that you're there. and it's a zero play day. So yeah, they'll ding you for that.
And that's what Slaughter showed me at the end. We were going to bed at like 3 a.m. And he's like, "Do you want to get an iced coffee for the morning?" And I was like, "I'll just get it in the morning." He's like, "Well, that will count against your day, so you're better off to get it now than not." You could go play. I would just play without your card. If you're gonna play $100, don't hurt your offer. And everyone thinks like, "Oh, the more I play, no matter what, is gonna help me out." It's not the case. You don't want to put in 10,000 a coin in a day for 3 days and play $100 in your last day. It's just
Right.
gonna jack your offers up.
Right. Exactly. It'll cut you in, a third what you had earned by that. Or even worse, you do like a one night stay. You go play heavy one day and then you go get a coffee in the morning and then stick 20 bucks in a slot machine, put your card in. Now you cut your free play in half off that. And then you won't get, and then that's also why you might not get comped on a weekend, anymore or something. And people complain all the time, like, oh, I don't get comped rooms on Friday, Saturday nights. Well, it's because you just, or I always have a gripe with my brother does this. He goes to Vegas and he wants to go to 12 different casinos each day. And if he's not winning, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to drive to here. I'm going to drive to here. And then he's like, I don't get offers from, I don't get anywhere comped on weekend anymore. Well, because you play a little bit at each place.
And the reality is, this should not um, have a bearing on what you do. Like, go have fun. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about. Nobody here that goes and plays slots all the time is getting rich and winning all the time and everything's great. There, like, hey, just go have a good time.
Yeah. And also don't get too caught up on, I mean, the thing is sometimes everyone gets like, oh, well, if I, play a little bit more, I'll make the next tier. And then they blow 2 grand just chasing, to get that last, and I've done it before too, to get that next tier, and then the tier doesn't even give you 2 grand worth of benefits or even two hundred
What
dollars in benefits.
100%. I was at Onyx, which is 50,000 tier points. So just give you a reference, 50,000 tier points. Titanium is 200,000. So four times the play in order to get to Titanium. And when I went to Aliante, the first time I went with Onyx, and then once I got to Titanium, they're like, "We have a suite for you, blah, blah, blah." It was the same exact room number, everything. There's no difference between Onyx and Titanium for me for that
Yeah,
much coin in.
yeah. And Jessica, 100%. So Gila River, I typically when I'd live stream, I'd go to Talking Stick or Casino Arizona just because it's open filming. Like you can just walk in and set up your tripod and go live. Gila River didn't allow it, and now they do, but I have to give them like a week notice, which is still kind of a pain, but I have to plan ahead of time. But Gila River gives me 3 times the free play that Talking Stick does on the same amount of play. And they do these extra promos every day. There's something. There's a scratch card where up to 2,000. There's a you know build your bonus promo or whatever. They do that sort of thing. And I've talked to a host of Talking Stick, and he said that he loses players all the time because they'll drop $50,000 in a day, and they'll ask him for some pre play, and he's allowed to give them like 200 bucks. And they said, well, fine, I'll just go. I'll go fly to Vegas because MGM gives me 5,000 in free play a day or whatever. And the tribe just doesn't. They just or whatever. They just don't believe in giving out a lot of free play. So um,
I don't play at Caesars. These corporate casinos are the fucking worst. I mean, I play at Boyd, and that's bad enough.
yeah, yeah. Caesars is. I've always. I don't. That's why we would call it OAP. Caesars is their business model is to have the lowest RTP in the industry. They will set every machine they have. I mean, they used to occasionally, like in Reno, they had some good video poker. They ripped that out recently. Um, but they will set their slots. There'll be like 5, 6 settings on a slot from like 85 to like 96 or whatever. If you watch them fixing a machine, it'll always be set to that 85 or whatever the lowest possible setting is. And then in Vegas, they'll fix the progressives. Like you play Huff and Puff, the major will always be 1,000, and the grand will be 12 or whatever. They don't. Once in a while, there'll be a machine that slips through the cracks that they don't do that to. But yeah, it's their business model there.
And Jessica, you have the exact right mentality. We can complain and bitch about how my local casino doesn't do this for me, doesn't do that, blah blah blah. Just don't go. I mean, that's the way. If
Yeah.
like what Slaughter's saying about Caesars, the only way they would ever change that is if people stopped going. Their
Yep.
numbers dramatically dropped, and it was because of this low payback percentage.
Well, and Caesars does things like they have all these multiplier days to make diamond because people get way too caught up with, oh, I want to make diamond, I want to make diamond plus, I want to make 7 stars or whatever. And that doesn't cost them anything to give. They don't really give you anything, but they do these 10 times. I went to the 10 times tier day. The casino was completely packed. You couldn't find a machine. And so they get all these people playing for stuff like that, but they're playing the worst machines that you can play. And
Most of the discrimination, I think, is towards AP or winning players.
um, I mean, to an ex, I mean, that's a whole other animal to talk about, but um,
You've been banned from 4 casinos for AP. Yeah, it's AP is just like anything else. You can go and play it, and it's fine. It's not. I have never. I don't sit behind people. I don't wait for plays. I just keep moving. And if everyone kind of did that, AP won't be such a big deal. But when you start sitting behind people because you're afraid that someone else is going to find this play, it starts making guests uncomfortable, and then they complain, and then people get banned. I got banned from a casino, and there's a casino that I first went to gambling that I played there for 20 plus years, and they made money on me. And people think I should be upset about it. I don't care. They want to ban me. I'll never go there again. You can give me whatever for free play. I'm not going there. That's the biggest way any of us can make any kind of difference is just not going to those casinos. Yeah, minus touch, same here. I don't camp either, but two people that were AP players got into a physical altercation in the casino, and they decided to ban 100 people at the time. I was one of them.
they just looked at what slots were being played and if they were AP slots, and that's been a big thing too. The AP is the more I read all the casino journals, and there's been a lot of industry stuff on how to handle AP players and what they do to your casino. And there's almost like it's almost like it looks like a little bit like propaganda, but there's a lot of people that are really trying to convince casinos to get rid of AP out there now, like at a higher
Well,
level.
there's software out there that you can put together with players' cards and figure out who's just doing AP because
Yeah,
the problem the casino has is these people do wait behind, but they're not adding anything to the value of the casino. They're just
yeah.
taking plays away from others. And some casinos like Peppermill have a different mindset on it. They just take all the AP out. They won't buy those machines, which makes more casinos did that. Slot manufacturers are not going to keep making machines that don't sell.
Well, and that's why you're seeing now, like, look at when I was at G2E, look at Stack Up. Now there's three versions. There's versions with numbers, there's versions with meters, no numbers, and there's versions with no meters or numbers of the same game.
Right. So then, in an instant like that, so the one that has numbers that shows you all the information, if they look at that and they say, "Hey, out of the 2,000 machines we sent out, 50 of them were this one with a number," it's not worth them to put the legwork into it, and then you're not going to see those machines anymore. It's as simplistic as that.
Mhm. But I do see some casinos that they keep adding AP games. Like it's weird. You can almost tell some. I think some like the coin in they see, and to them it's just all about coin in, and the slot director can show it's more tribal. But the slot director can show the tribe. Look, we bought these new games, and look at the coin in. They're 50% higher than anything else we have on our floor, and the hold is still the hold. So in their mind, whatever, it's fine. But and then other casinos are digging deeper into, well, are we these players winning and taking them from our regulars, taking it out of the casino, and or are they reinvesting it in the casino? Like that's some are much more in depth.
Yeah, I know. Midas touch. I would agree. Every iteration you see of AP game that comes out gets to be more and more volatile. It's not like like you said, Regal Riches, where you're two away on the purple, and that you're going to make money on the machine. I've had Regal Link, same where something's two away, and I chase it, and end up losing money on the thing because it is so volatile.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's what it seems like. Well, it's just like every machine in general too. When they come out with a machine and then they come out with a version two, and every time I think it's always more. There's always a bigger bet, or there's always more volatility to it, or there's always something.
I would say some double dog. The difference between for me, there's three groups. There's the tribal casinos, there's the corporate casinos, and there's your smaller local whatever casinos. And the reason the locals have more success on having some changes is because just think about the management you have to go through to get these things cleared. Like a Boyd property, they have to answer not only to the casino, the base casino, but corporate as well. They just can't go do whatever they want in the tribal casinos, stay PC here. They have most of them have a very old way of thinking. And the smaller ones, that's why you have more success of these smaller casinos changing or making some adjustments for their customers.
Yeah, yeah, and I also think it depends on the market. If you're in a market that there's a lot of tribal casinos around, the paybacks are of course going to be better than if you are, like for example, I like North Carolina. I think there's a couple more now, but like there was one. Harrah's runs a Cherokee casino. It's the only casino within like 400 miles or something crazy like that. They would have the lowest payback because they're the only game in town. So it really tribes are savvy enough to know if it's a competitive of enough market or not.
And you can do this is one of your favorite subjects. You can do something like Potawatomi, where if anyone encroaches on your area, you file a lawsuit.
Yep. Yep. They do that kind of stuff. Tipping your host.
I'm not I've done stuff for my hosts. Like one of the hosts at the Dells really wanted a room at Potawatomi, and I got it for her. But I don't tip hosts. Host job are to extract as much money out of you as humanly possible. Fortunately or
Well,
unfortunately.
and it is true. I know, like you said, Jeff, most hosts actually are not allowed to take tips or handle cash. And I remember the reason it happened one time at I was at Harrah's and I found a $20 bill halfway coming out of the machine. My host came up, talked to me, tried to give it to the host to just turn it in, and they go, "Oh, we actually are not allowed to handle cash." So I know a lot of people, most people know that they will usually give gift cards to their host. Um, or I know some they've maybe just given a card and left it where it's like they have to take it kind of thing. But I think most casino hosts are not allowed to take cash for them. I mean, some will, but I think they're really not supposed to. The thing I actually do for my hosts that they've appreciated more is, it doesn't cost me anything, is when you get your surveys from your casino, if you have a really good host, do a really good write up about your hosts. Like put in how they were, they've done this for you. Create like a whole like detailed like story. I've done that for my hosts. They've gotten like awards from the general manager at their casino because of the letter I wrote for them. And they seem to really, and then they'll give me a suite on my next visit or whatever because I did that for them.
That is a fantastic point. I was going to do something for my host as well, and he said the best thing you could do is fill out this survey thing or whatever, and I did the exact same thing.
Yep. Yep. Yep, because they get bonused on, not just they make their money off your coin in and how much you spend, or some of them how much you lose, and also, you know, just their service or whatever. Yeah, and physical gifts too, Sabrina. That's true. Like, you know, not just gift cards, but like actual presents. It's just for whatever reason there's a thing with cash, but other stuff, I mean, a lot of people a lot of people I know just get a Starbucks gift card even or whatever for their host. Yeah, they do. They get basically the way the ones I've known that have been hosts, what they there could be some other differences, but the one I had a Caesars host that told me the way the program was, and she got X amount of money per year to spend on people. So she had to allot, how much do I spend on comping this person extra, or and they could do whatever they want. If they wanted to charter a flight to fly somebody into the casino, she could use her credit or her fund that she has towards that. But as a host, you have to realize what's your return. If I fly in this guy, is he gonna, is he gonna drop $500,000 in coin into the casino? Well, then it's worth it. But you have certain goals. You've got to do X amount of coin in out of your players, and you also each year you have to get that number up. So you need to bring in more players. You need to get more your each of your regulars to spend more. So it's not really like a commission, it's like a quota, I guess is the best way to say it. And then they get bonused if they just like a sales job. So if you hit, you know, you you do 20% more in coin in than last year and the casino is only up 2% over last year, you'll get a bonus.
I think that's Dougie. He says it's funny because the people behind the desk that are VIP that book and upgrade rooms don't have problems taking cash.
Right.
I think those people aren't on the casino floor, and I think that's where you get into a
Yeah.
gray area. You see a lot of hosts out on the floor talking to customers, so on and so forth, and I think they just have a hard line on. They don't want to have the idea of like where did you get this cash and vetting all that stuff. So it's just
Yep.
a line in the sand. You cannot accept cash.
Yep. I think that's what yeah, hotel employees are kind of in a they're non-gaming or whatever, but they yeah, I think everywhere hotel employers are able to take cash because I've tipped them a few times too, and they've never told me no. So
And I'm sure that they're not under the same scrutiny. I think, like, I don't think people know, but I think that if you're working tables or anything like that, I think that you're open to having, you have a specific locker. I think they can look into your belongings
yeah,
prior and
you're
post shift.
very scrutinized as a gaming employee.
Right. So I think there's some separation between here's the people that are working in the casino itself that handle currency, and then there's
Mhm.
people that are just working, not in the casino itself. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah. Because I mean, think about cocktail waitresses take tips. The cleaning people can take tips actually.
Bean says, "Oh, I have another topic idea. Casino markers, pros and cons, do it or not." I think it really depends on. I think that if you are thinking about getting a marker, you have to understand yourself. If you know by the end of this trip, if things don't go well, Kurt, you have more experience. I don't have any markers because I don't trust myself
Mhm.
to have casino markers, so I'm not even going down that path.
Yeah,
But you've played around with markers. You have markers at
I do.
places,
I have a
right?
lot of them. Yeah, yeah.
You
I
you
like
wanna kind
markers.
of
I think
explain the process of getting into the markers and how that kinda works to get it
yeah.
initially set up?
Yeah, I think it's very easy to get a marker. What you do is you can a lot of them you can actually apply online on the website. You can find casino credit in somewhere, and you just put in some information on your bank. Like your you have to give them like two different bank accounts, like your bank, your routing number, so they can see like what kind of money you have in those bank accounts and the history or whatever. And then they might approve you for a very low one at first. They might give you, I think minimum now is 2,000. Most casinos don't give you a marker less than 2,000. And they can, and a lot of times you can ask if you want 10,000 or whatever you want. You just tell them whatever you want. The reason I started doing it is one is the bringing how much money do you bring on a trip? Like, do you go to the bank and pull out a whole bunch of cash and then travel, fly with it, drive with it, wherever, go to all these different places. And then two is ATM fees are out of control at casinos. So are you gonna only bring $500 and then lose it the first night and then have to go to the ATM and pay, some places it's $10, to pull out
Typical
any amount of money.
typical typical gambler blows 5 grand, but refuses to pay
Right,
$5 in ATM
right.
fees.
Or they go and take out, I'm just gonna take out 200 more bucks and I'm gonna pay $10. And then, oh, I'm gonna take out 200 more bucks because I don't want to take out a bunch of money. It's like, it becomes expensive. And then also some people, you have ATM daily limits or whatever. So I found with a marker, it's very convenient. I can walk up and just say, hey, like I have them at the casinos I frequent. Like I have one at Peppermill, I have one at GSR, I have one at Atlantis. And I can just walk up to the cage and say, I need 1,000 for my marker. And then, and then if I have a winning trip, I can just hand them the cash, pay it off. And if I don't, I can, a lot of times I just try to write them a check when I check out and drop it off there. But you can mail them a check or whatever. So, Um,
what's usually the time frame and interest
30
and
days.
penalty? 30 days.
And a lot of times they will, if you don't, like, some of them, they're all different. You have to kind of learn, like, some will mail you a statement, say you owe this much, you have 30 days, and you mail them a check. And then some of them, they don't say anything, and then they'll email you. Like Resorts World was one. They will automatically just take the money out of your account that you owe, for that. And some of them have less days. It's hard to kind of keep track or whatever. But you also, once you do them, you're in, there is a credit database for casino markers. So once you're established, it's really easy to get approved as long as you're always paid on time. If you are a slow pay, they call it, and you're in that database, good luck getting markers at other casinos. So, but yeah,
And
like you
part of
said,
it,
Beans, it's some are, much more lenient than others. There's other things you could do, like front money. Like if you're a really big player, more you can wire money to the casino and they can hold it for you and you can pull out. So it's not a loan, it's like a marker's a loan. You can just have your money at the cage and then deposit and they can just transfer it back. I've never messed with that. The marker's the easiest thing because it's just there.
that's that one guy that I watched that's from England. When he goes to Vegas, he won this last time and he left the money at the casino at the Cosmo. Left $100,000 there because he said by the time you wire transfer, pay all the fees, whatever, he's gonna be back there in 2 months and have to do the same thing. So he knows he just leaves the money at the Cosmo. So on his
Yeah.
next trip, he can just go get that money.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like for a level player like that. I don't know about I mean, I've never like the worst thing I ever did is I forgot once on a marker and the casino called me and I said sorry and they said, "Oh, no problem. We'll just withdraw it from your account today," and that was fine. So I don't know if there's like a three strike we're out or what, how they do it. I just know you get dinged. And Jessica, it does help you. So if you did qualify for like a $50,000 marker or $100,000 marker, a lot of times they will. Your host does see your marker activity, like they get copies of it and everything. They will, there is they may try to entice you by maybe upgrading you to a suite or something or doing something for you extra when they see that you could be that you have that the potential to be that level of a player.
Now, is there etiquette with the marker? Like, let's say I was at the Peppermill and I have a $5,000 marker there. If if I pulled that money but then didn't spend it there and I wanted to go to another casino, is there any way they can track that
Well,
or is it frowned
yeah,
upon?
there's a thing called walking with a marker, and it's the same. Like I remember them telling me one time I had a marker at Planet Hollywood years ago, and I wanted to just like take the cash and then like leave them a check because I was going to go to other casinos, and they were like, no, 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 don't do that. So yeah, if you came in and pulled out 5,000 and then only cycled, there is like a 10% rule, I think. So let's say you pulled out 5,000 and you lost 4,500, in the casino. They're not going to give you a hard time that 10% of it, or whatever, $500. They're not gonna make a big deal about it. But yeah, if you gambled for 2 hours and maybe lost $500 and you go home with $4,500 in cash, that's not money for you to like spend on other stuff. That's money for you to play in the casino. So you are supposed to give them that $4,500 back after your stay. So, and
Is
then
there
yeah, if
anything
you
else?
win, and just like Hammy said too, if you win, if you have $5,000 out and you win 15,000, you need to pay that 5,000 back and take your 10,000 home. Don't take the 15,000 home and say, "Oh, I'll mail you a check in a month."
Why they hate that?
Well, because you're getting interest free money from them, and it's for a purpose of gambling and not, you know, just to whatever you're else going to do with it. They will not ban you, but they'll take away your marker if you do stuff like that. But yeah, no, and they can track. I mean, they track your marker with your player card, like they register it, and they'll now if you do it on a small amount, like if you have a little bit and you do it one time, I don't think they're gonna come after you for it, but they can. Yeah, that's true. You know, when I was playing at Cosmo, they uh they did that. They said, yeah, we only give you, they were like, oh, you're playing tables or slots, and tables they would give you chips. I said I was playing slots, so they actually printed me out a ticket. It's funny because I didn't want it to be a $2,500 ticket when I took out 2,500. I realized later I could say, can you give me five fives or whatever? Um, but you could just literally go to the ATM and cash that ticket out anyway. So
What about me, Jessica? Jesus.
Arnold's got more information than I do.
I don't know if that's true, but Slaughter's the go-to when it comes to comps and stuff. I learned a lot from him.
Yeah, no, just from I like to trial and error. I mean, I remember the first time I learned this, there was people I was in this old slot chat forum years ago and like 15 years ago, and people were saying that if you stay the night at the casino, they automatically know you're there and they're gonna ding your comps if you don't play the next day. And so I tested it myself at a casino in Tucson that I don't normally go to. I I was getting the same amount of free play. I went and played for like 30 minutes the next day, used my card, and my comps went down. And then the next time I didn't do that and my comps didn't go down. So it's a lot of trial and error on my part. So
Yeah, a lot of this information the casinos aren't like upfront willing to give away. They don't
yeah,
want you to know so you can manipulate the best advantage for yourself.
it's like the gaming day question. Like there's a legal thing with that. Like you know, they have a gaming day, like some casinos 6 a.m. So if you're in the casino and you played all day and then it goes to 6:02 a.m. and you're still playing on your card, that does count as another day. But if you go to like a security person and say, what's your gaming day? There's some law in Nevada about like structuring and it doesn't even make sense, but they're like not allowed to tell you that. So, and some people don't even know what that means. If you ask a lower level employee, like if you go to the players club, they're going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bean says, okay, another question.
Oh yeah,
Checks on bigwigs,
I
yay
saw
or
that.
nay?
Yeah. Um,
I mean,
if it's a major on Dragon Link, it should be a check always. But um, I I will tell you, I used to do checks for big wins. Now I don't. Um, and the reason being is for win loss purposes. It's easier for them to mess with you if they do decide to audit you with checks.
well, put fear in the chat for everybody. I I would strongly suggest that people know themselves better than anybody.
Yeah.
And as crazy as it sounds, and I'm going to pick on PD here for a minute. If I'm sure a bunch of these people watched this live from last night, I think that when you are a $2 to $3 to $5 player, maybe you go to the casino with a $500 budget and you go play and whatever, and you start watching these people because it's always for me anyways, I always want to watch somebody that bets maybe a little bit higher than me because
Mhm.
those are the days where if you're up a ton of money, you get to bet higher and that's fun and exciting. So I want to watch like what could happen if I'm betting $25 a spin or so on and so forth. But I think the danger of watching some of these bigger channels is there gets to be a normalcy of blowing $5,000.
Mhm.
And $5,000 is nothing to shake a stick at, but prior to everybody watching stuff online and whatever, like maybe your friends, like somebody that blew a couple $1,000, whatever, and that got to be like the norm. But now it's getting to be the norm where um blowing $5,000 is just normal,
Mhm.
which is wild.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Going back to the check thing, it's like a little stop limit. Like it's, just knowing yourself. If you knowing you have 10 grand in cash and you want a grand on, something and you want over 10,000 in your wallet or purse or whatever. Um, if you're more apt to play it, it's that check you could go like Doug, you just said, and like you can get that. Even if you take a check, you can get them to cash it. They'll be happily give you cash for it, but it keeps you from you know, it's a little harder for you to blow it. not impossible. And in my case, when I won the 108,000, I took a check for most of it because I didn't know how I was by myself. I didn't know how I was physically going to carry that much in cash. I know a good problem to have, but I didn't want to I just, at the time, I was like, the idea of trying to carry that much in cash, like, it's just kind of freaked me out.
Well, and we all fantasize about these, 5-figure wins, 10,000, 15,000, whatever. And sometimes you win stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go crazy. And then before you know it, you've dusted $5,000.
Yep.
And you're like, how in the fuck did that happen?
Exactly. Exactly.
Because my advice would be for you to get a check, someone like your mom, nothing against you, but I think that your mom is a bit more level-headed, that she could take the cash and go home and it's not that big a deal.
Yep.
But I'm the same way, that it's better for me to get a check because I can just go nutty.
Hmm.
And the reality is that button doesn't feel any different when you're betting 75 cents or $50.
Hmm.
It feels the same.
Yep. Sabrina, so I know the taxes taken out thing, that's actually people who, um, I think they do that for a more of it's another, like what we were talking about, it's another safeguard. They don't want to be in a position that they, one, it's like, because you can still write off your losses if you have your taxes taken out, if you itemize or whatever, not to go into a whole tax thing, but you, it would help. So some of them like to get a tax refund and they do it. I don't think recommend that, but they do. And or if they get a big win, they're afraid they're not going to have the money next year to cut a check. I mean, I had to cut a check in 2023 for my big win because I had some losses, but not enough. So, and I did not have the taxes taken out. So I think that's me and why. Um, it's funny, Dougie. I was saying this. And no one else has seen that. If you play at the Golden Entertainment casinos like Aquarius and Laughlin, when you deposit a Tito into the machine, it actually asks you if you want cash or to transfer it to your bank. I haven't done the transfer to the bank. I don't know if there's a charge for it, but I've never, that's something new I've never seen before.
Well, and I I was pulling money at Potawatomi, and I was like, well, I'm gonna pull like 2,000. And they had where you could just purchase a gaming ticket. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'll do that. Well, then they want to charge me like $70 to purchase a gaming ticket. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I understand that it's not, the reason they have that there is so it can go as a debit card purchase instead of an ATM transaction.
Yep.
So they have to pay the fee, but it's a way to get it over around your daily cash withdrawal limit.
Yep. That's why when I first saw that a few, probably about 10 years ago, um, I want to answer Lindsay. Yeah, that is a good subject, actually. I think people are just genuinely curious because I think what Arnold said when they like to, it is fun to see the next level up from you. Like if you're a dollar bet player and somebody you find watching somebody bet $3 a spin. If you're and so on and so forth. But I think people fantasize about, people like to gamble. I think we all do. You'd like to. It would be fun to be able to go to the casino and bet double what I normally do per spin. And so then they see that someone doing that, like a PD or whatever, and then they're kind of like, well, how do you get this money from? Like, they're just genuinely curious, like what they do for a living. Like, are they a millionaire? Are they rich? Or they, save this, whatever it is. I think that's pretty understandable. Hi. Hey.
I got back-to-back supers
Oh,
on my way out.
Did you tell them we're live?
Didn't feel that great. So.
We're live.
I was watching.
Yeah, he was watching.
Right.
There's Hammy. He's
Hey,
visiting.
everybody.
Take some of that double super money and get a haircut.
Flutter says I look better with longer hair.
I don't even want to comment on that.
No, I do need to cut my hair.
Oh, that's a good top. Yeah, I think. Yeah, like what you're saying too, Sabrina. I think it's I mean, it's it's a fact. The bigger you bet, the more views you get. I mean, there's people that will watch certain channels because of personality, of course, and like you said, Sabrina, um, a chase. Sometimes if you're it's only a 75-cent bet, but you're chasing this or whatever, that can be entertaining too. But I do, I think people like to. It's hard to go. It's just like it's hard to go down when if you're a $5 per bet
Say that
person.
again.
It's hard to go down in your bets.
No. Thought this was going to turn into Hammy's corner.
No,
You like me to pour you a drink?
no, I'm good.
First time.
Oh, hold on. I need a candy.
Do you find you get pigeonholed as but yeah, I mean, I think like if you look at some examples, if you look at even just like Casino Chris and the Mayor, Carissa's doing her $250 bets or whatever, and then the Mayor was, when he was going live, he doesn't give him so much anymore because people are used to it, but he got pigeonholed. Like he doesn't bet small, like he bets $5 to $10 range. That's still bigger than most people bet. But the comments that would come in that were, what happened to, I mean, some of them were nasty. Like, are you broke? What happened to your $150 bets or $200 bets or whatever? So yeah, I think you do. I think if, any channel, I mean, I was doing a chase on $1.50 a couple weeks ago live, and I had someone come in the chat like, why such small bets compared to what you normally do? So yeah, absolutely.
There's a reason why he bets like that.
Yeah.
He bets like she does.
Yeah. No, I'm a 3 Pro. He lives like an hour and a half south of me. But he likes our casinos here better.
Yeah, I find Jessica, I find the huge bets insulting. When somebody blows enough to pay off someone's mortgage in a stream, it's like,
or well, on the other hand, too, you get like and I see this watching PD. When he'll just put a couple thousand into one machine and it's not doing anything. And I think people are like the comments in the chat from that. It makes people sick. Like they're like, that's so much money you just put into a game. But at the same time, at a $15 bet level, sometimes you have to put $2,000 into a machine just to have a chance at a bonus. Yeah, Tom Co. I know, and here's the thing about that. I always say, I don't care what you bet. I've watched channels that were live doing $500 bets, and people in the chat tell them to bet up. So that's just something that comes into the chat. That's just for people that just like to say that it doesn't matter what you're betting; they're going to say that. So. Yeah, no, I agree, Lindsay and Beans on that. But yeah, Sabrina, exactly. You end up finding your people you like because you like the way they talk or the way they play or the games they play or there's everyone kind of has your something that you hone in on the channels. But I mean, I there's channels that play Dragon Link at 50 cents a spin and they get actually 2,000-3,000 or 200-300 people watching them sometimes. I can't, but
and sometimes it's a chat. Some people like there's just chats that fit their personality and they like when that person goes live because of the people that are in the chat.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just they like the chat, or they're comfortable in the chat. I mean, I'm sure there's people, all of you here, even that there may be some other channels that you watch but don't chat because you don't feel maybe you don't know the people in the chat or you don't feel comfortable in the chat, so you just watch. And then there's others that you chat away.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of people chatting in this chat, but there's 43 people in it. There's probably half of them haven't said anything or just watching.
Yeah, and which is okay too. And I know a couple people just kind of came in and said hi, and I didn't have a chance to say hi because we're talking, but nothing wrong with that.
I have a question. How many people still watch long form videos? Or really do I watch live streams and shorts? Yeah, I think that the mentality of watching stuff like get to the point, like TikTok is kind of set up like that and shorts are not helping.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a market for long form videos still. It's very competitive because you think there's a lot of channels that go live. You should see how many channels I keep finding that, like, I'll search for something. Like, there's certain, searching for a red on Rocket Rumble win or whatever, like, you'll find all these channels that have videos posted that you're like, I've never heard of this, never heard of this, never heard of this. But there's definitely there's still a market for the long form videos. It's just the people that watch lives and shorts don't have the attention span, I think, to watch the long
You
videos.
got like a 15 gold heads video.
Yeah, that's
something-
true. Like, you'll see like Barbara's 15 gold head video that was 20 minutes long or whatever, got 100,000 views or something. But
something that's hard to get,
yeah.
when people look that up.
You know what, Natalie, I do. It's funny. I was just thinking about that guy, Ross Slots. I think he was from Oklahoma, and he would fast spin 50 cents, and then he would do these like crazy. You remember him too?
Is that where Carl
The guy that drove the Tesla?
yeah,
Did he drive a Tesla?
Yeah, he did. And then he became Tesla Slots. Yeah.
He still has a channel, but he hasn't posted in years. Yeah, he had like longer hair. He was like a poker player, I think.
He had the video where on Dragon Link, when he initially hit the balls, the ball went from like $200 down to $50.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that. That was like when Dragon Link was brand new. Yeah, Sabrina, exactly. Like, there'll be certain videos that, and it's the same. Like, I post long form videos not regularly, but I do. They might get 500 views, and I mean, I have 30-something thousand subscribers. But occasionally it'll be like the Louis video did well. I had a few Buffalo videos that have gotten thousands of views and done very well for me. But it's a very hard market to crack if you're trying to, but then, well, there was a video that popped up on my feed, and it talked about the big YouTube channels I was telling you about this, Arnold, where it was going through like Vegas Matt. It was going down the line of all the big channels, and their long form video views were down a lot in February from this year to last year, like 30%.
And the bets don't really matter. Like, I have on that Wu Jin Pin a video of doing $80 bets, which is absolutely insane for me. Like, at $10, a good size bet, and there's a lot of videos where I'm betting more than that. But I have a different mentality when it comes to gambling. I will if I won, but I'll take $500 to $1,000 casino with my free play, and then if I get up and I've hit some stuff, then I'll take some stabs and some big bets, and that's where you'll see, some wild bets for me. But that $80 a spin video where I hit the bonus of all bonuses, open it all completely up, everything you'd ever want, has like 1,200 views.
Yeah, it's weird how some of them just take off for no reason. And a premiere, now no, who does premieres anymore? We were talking about that. That's a thing YouTube has, and a lot of people used to do it a couple of years ago, where let's say you won a grand jackpot and you film the whole thing and you've got like content and you haven't shown it, you do a premiere, you schedule it kind of like a live stream. So you could say, tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm going to premiere my video. So your video plays and there's a chat. So kind of like a live stream, like people can chat to you in there. I mean, you as the creator you can type in, you're not talking obviously, but
the hard part of that is that, like I've got some a couple really good videos that are 3 minutes long. Well, if I do a premiere for them, by the time the video is over, people have already missed it. Like,
right.
Premieres used to be like a half an hour or so.
And they'd always be filler. Like, people would just post a bunch of stuff for 25 minutes. And then you finally get last 5 minutes, you finally get to the, thing that you were advertising. I mean, the Louis, I premiered the Louis. That was my last big, but there was a 25-minute video in itself. So that was fine. But I don't really do them. I don't see many people doing them anymore. Just kind of falling off as a thing. And it is hard to do by yourself because you have to, talk to, because people that like you want your personality. So you're like having a conversation with yourself, and it's hard to, do you talk too much? Do you talk enough?
Mad TV that turned.
Didn't mean to do that.
Well,
Sorry, I'm just looking at something here.
no. Well, we gotta save some of these topics for future.
What topic?
I was just saying we gotta save some of these topics for future.
Are we gonna have to like do research? Like you have me watching videos, everybody tell you what's going on in the community.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't see it. So I know I missed some of the stuff. I was trying. I had my iPad open to see chat, but I missed. Rover came in and said hi. I don't think I said hi to you, Deb.
What did Mama Three Pearl say? Is it after dark? I mean, it's after dark. Like, what do you have a question for Mama Three Pearls?
I don't know, Beans. I haven't had dinner. I had a late lunch. Now I'm hungry, so I gotta figure that out.
At least they had buffalo mac and cheese. It was amazing.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of games that annoy me though. I feel like I've been adding to my list, but
I won't play Planet Moolah. I don't like it.
yeah, I played the new one. That one I was saying has a progressive game. I will try a new game once. I actually thought compared to some of the other Moolahs, they did some different things. Like you could get the screen will get taller in your bonus and stuff. But you
It's
won't
just
see me playing that live.
For me, it's like, oh, I'm almost in a bonus, and then every fucking time it
Exactly.
misses. You're like, I
Yep.
got 2 stacks of wilds. How are you gonna miss?
It finds a way
So-
to get you right to that 7, about to do 7 games, and then it finds a way to miss it. And I 100%
It's
agree. I think that
it's
turned a
the
lot of
edging
people
of
off.
all slots, edges the shit out of you.
Yep. Oh, if for sure I got 2 stacks of, and how did that not line up? And it just finds a way.
I don't like 1, 2, 3 bonus games.
I want to know what Mama Three Pearls was asking. She wanted to know if it was after
Like,
dark. So I think she had a
or
juicy question for you, Slaughter.
trying to get money from me. The only time I ever had that happen was the girl that was crying that wanted $5. And then 2 hours later, she was still gambling.
Who said that? I don't see that question.
No, so do you guys get like girls hanging around with you, flirting, trying to get money from you when you're streaming?
Who said that? I gotta go into this thing because I don't see it. Oh, is that what Mama Three Pearls asked?
Yeah, that's what she asked. I would say I only get scammers that come around in casinos. I never trust anyone in the casino that you don't know. They always kind of scam you.
I barely
something.
trust the fucking people I do know.
And don't trust the people you do know, but even more so Oh yeah, I have on all comments, but I don't think I don't
Yeah,
think
I
he
do.
does.
I do.
have
I
all
thought it was
comments?
just yeah. I just thought you were saying something at the end.
No.
So she said, so do you guys get like girls hanging out around flirting, trying to get money while you're streaming? Money? No.
No.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I just, like I said, the girl that couldn't get home because her date left her and was crying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hooker.
Well, that was a different story, but that one we have on video. You have to watch the video to see the long form video. That one didn't do great. I think that long form video got about 500 views. The lady of the night.
Go to places like Orleans, see all kinds of stuff. People try to sell you lighters.
Oh yeah.
Transvestites.
Yeah, you do. It's true.
Try to get you to pay to dig for diamonds.
Yeah.
All right, we done here. I'm
I think
done.
so. I think we're done.
Been on here long enough.
Yeah. No. I think we've been on over 2 hours, which is more than I thought. So, but yeah, thanks everyone. And like I said, comment what a subject we should do one of these on that we'll dig deep into, and then we'll start figuring out how we can have like guests on and stuff too. So
Liliana, I don't miss him chewing because he chews with his fucking mouth open and it drives me nuts. I can't stand that. Thanks, Miss Millennial.
yeah, thanks, Miss Millennial. Appreciate that.
We'll
You
try to
wanna-
figure out something for the future and get these on a regular,
Yeah, regular. We'll do them. I mean, they may not be so late at night. This was just kind of, for some of you. So.
Fuck you, Lindsay.
So no, it was fun. Chat was fun. I'm sorry if I missed a few people, but we'll
Jessica, I know. I've been at dinner with this fool, and the way he eats makes me want to slap him in the mouth. You just chew with your mouth closed. It's crazy. All right. Well,
All right.
until the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for being here for our maiden voyage.
Yeah, appreciate you all the beginning crew. So you're special to us. Anyway,
Liliana, she said that I'm unapproachable and I have resting dick face. That's what RDF is.
Who said
All
you're
right.
approachable?
Jesus.
Yeah.
You want to end it? We're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye everybody. Have a good night.